상당히 좀 상대의 리스크 있는 플레이를 잡아먹는 걸 잘하는 팀인데 폴비 선수가 블리드 상대로 좋은 모습을 보여줬고 상당히 리스크 있는 플레이를 잡아먹는 상대로 이게 좀 독이 되지 않을까 하는 생각도 들거든요. 어떻게 보시나요?
So Polvy's the kind of aggressive player that likes to take a lot of risks, as you mentioned. It's all about whether he's feeling confident. Playing on stage for the first time, or rather on the VCT Pacific stage for the first time, it's taken him a little bit to get into his groove. With every game, he's getting better and better, and taking those confident peaks, it will work out for him. I know how he plays, I see how he does it in scrims, and I've seen how he has done it for years. So I'm fully confident in his plays.
So you're telling him to go kill, right? 폴비 선수가 사실 첫 번째 경기, 두 번째 경기 상당히 좀 긴장한 것 같다고 얘기를 합니다. 그런데 스크림에서도 그렇고 연습에서도 굉장히 공격적인 선수이기 때문에 자신감만 충분하다면 충분히 오늘 제타를 상대로도 그런 리스크 있는 플레이를 성공시킬 수 있다고 얘기를 하는데요. 사실 직전 경기는 퍼시픽 데뷔 무대이기도 했고 이런 무대에서 오프라인 경기를 치르는 경험이 많이 없는 선수였기 때문에 조금 그런 부분에 있어서 익숙해지고 흐름을 타는 것에 좀 집중을 했다면 오늘이야말로 정말 자신감 있게 제타를 상대할 수 있을 것 같다고 얘기를 합니다. Now that you got data on ZETA, what's your game plan heading into today's matchup then? 이제 상대에 대한 데이터가 좀 쌓였거든요. 어떻게 상대하면 좋을까요?
Obviously, it changes a little bit because they've seen our game as well. So we have to approach the game a little bit differently. There's a lot more preparation that goes into it, whereas before, when you haven't seen the team and they haven't seen you, it's all based on your own preparation. So it does change the approach, but obviously as it goes to the game plan, I'm not going to go into it with the other coach standing right beside him.
어떻게 상대할지는 좀 옆에 서 계시기 때문에 자세하게 얘기를 할 수는 없지만 사실 준비하는 과정에 있어서 서로가 서로의 경기를 봤었고 첫 번째 개막전 경기 때는 사실 아무것도 모른 채로 우리가 준비한 것만 보여줘야 하는 상황이었다면 현재는 상대를 카운터 치는 전략도 준비할 수 있고 상당히 더 많은 부분을 맞춤성으로 준비할 수 있기 때문에 오늘의 경기 접근 방법도 다르고 좀 준비성도 달랐다고 얘기를 합니다. Well, thank you coaches for the interview. Best of luck to both of you. Now I'm going to toss it over to the desk. 네, 이렇게 양팀 감독 만나봤습니다.
ゼータディビジョンのレップです。そうですね、まあでも絶対勝てるっていう自信は俺はそんなになかったんで、うまいこといかなくてとても残念です。でまあさて勝ってまたワンチャンあるんで、それ狙いですね。自分は枠をかけて、また G と戦います。前の試合は、自分のパフォーマンスがうまくいかなくてですね、1日休んでうまいこと進めば勝てるんじゃないかなとは思ってます。まあ、いい形で勝てるようにできる限り頑張ります。
My name is Abhirupal Chaudhary. My in-game name is Lightning Fast, and I'm a professional VALORANT player for Global ESPORTS. The game against Bleed was very good in my opinion. Our game plan and strategies playing together was like fine, perfect. For the next match, the way we prepared was like we knew what we wanted to do, but we couldn't do it on the first game. So basically, about ZETA last game was that they played the game with much more confidence. But now that we have won against Bleed and we have the confidence going forward, I feel like ZETA should fear us all in our team, and we are ready to take our sweet revenge. And it's gonna be much different than last time. And we are gonna.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to look at the ZETA team and already how they're playing so far this year. You have to imagine the ceiling is rather high. Already, you have the three mainstays of Laz, Depp, and Sugar Zero. We know that they're rather good. We've seen it before on not just here domestically in Pacific, but also internationally. HeroRun and Yuan, so far so good. I mean, better than I expected, to be completely honest. So I'm really looking forward to this ZETA team. I think for me, the one thing I do want to see, the one thing I'm going to call out is I just, please, Please just let Laz play a little bit of chamber, just a little bit.
we still haven't.
Please.
You know, maybe they're saving
Just a little
it.
bit.
I don't know. Maybe like, it's too early. It's too early to bring that out.
That's all I want for today. If he's on chamber at least once, I'm a happy person.
Which map, though?
I don't
You have
know.
to pick?
I don't care. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Just
we
pick
just have to
chamber.
go a little bit, right? And we're definitely excited. As you can see, it's Z's all around over here in our predictions. Again, just a disclaimer that it doesn't actually reflect how difficult it is to predict, right? Okay, we see you over there on social media.
Yeah,
But
calm down. Calm down.
Right, okay, calm down. Because again, as I mentioned earlier, Global Esports is one of those teams that I would love to be proven wrong, right? Especially since you saw, you heard it from Spin earlier on the coach's interview. Polvi is such an aggressive duelist, and you know they mentioned that like things didn't exactly go to plan. I wonder what it's like when Polvi has that team that everything goes according to plan. That's going to be pretty scary.
No, yeah, exactly. The pedigree's there for GE. They can absolutely do this. There's no doubt in my mind. I mean, it's a slight edge to Zeta that I give. It's not a big one. I'd say like maybe 5%, right? 55%, 45% is where I'm leaning on that. So yes, GE can do this, guys.
We're
Like,
still
calm
showing
down.
the predictions.
Social
I feel
media,
like
calm down.
I should hide.
We think they can win. It's just we have to pick who we
See
think
it
has the higher
first.
percentage
They made us
chance.
say.
They make us do
Logically.
this. We don't want to really. Like,
Yeah, backstage, like, pick Zeta. Or else.
yeah, Carlisle's not
Follow
out
the
here like
script.
threatening us behind here.
Right. But yeah, I mean, like it is going to be very interesting to see these two, especially now that GE have that confidence back, right? They weren't prepared for the confidence that Zeta, showed them. So now that they're like, standing on their 2 feet a little bit more strongly, what's that going to be for GE?
I mean, that's really the thing. It's always confidence is a big factor. You can always have the strategies. That's what the coaches are for. On paper, you have everything all planned out. Valplant.gg, I don't know, something. But then in-game, everything's different because you got these slight different tendencies. Your opponent's trying to play their own game. So you're not always sure, like, when I have to do this or what's the timing, when should I be pushing out? And sometimes confidence affects that. You start to hesitate. But Global Esports now, after that win against Bleed that nobody thought they would win, now they're feeling much better. Maybe they'll be able to pull off the craziest upset against Zeta Division.
I mean, that's what I would call it, right? If there's a crazy upset that's going to happen, it has to be this for Global Esports, especially with just how unpredictable they were in their match against Bleed. Again, prove us wrong. We are so here for it. And for Zeta Division, we are eager to see that next step. So let's get into it. Our final series of the day, Zeta Division and Global Esports coming at you right now.
Once again, the last hope for Japan. They've risen to the occasion before. Can they do so again? Please welcome Zeta Division! Hello, India. GE is fighting for a spot in the play-ins. Please welcome Global Esports to the stage.
guys, so we'll now begin our map ban for our final match.
Map picks and bans here for ZETA and GE. I just love seeing the energy that the coaches bring to the stage, you know, rallying all of the players. You kind of saw Carlisle all smiles for the side of ZETA, really making them laugh and smile just before they step in. And you saw Spin, right, really trying to give that energy over to his team.
Oh, that's a big ban.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, it's a map they've lost twice, once against Bleed and previously to ZETA, so it makes a lot of sense to get rid of it. So they're going to go right back into bind, though, since it's left open. ZETA this time around, what's going to be your answer now that there's no icebox?
Yeah.
I don't know, Ascent or...
Yeah.
There is that option, but I hope that
You're probably
ZETA's
right.
also kind of boosted up their bind, because it feels as though Global Esports would be prepared for this.
Okay, Lotus, sir, yeah. This is a good map for them, too.
Okay.
This was banned last time by GE, so this makes sense. Yeah.
Are we getting the chamber on this one?
That's the
that is
thing.
also a big question, right?
Well, and you mentioned this earlier, Quack, and I'm really glad you talked about this, that somebody needs to watch these flanks for Benkai, because he's all over the place, and that's great for GE, but, you know, for ZETA, they got to be aware of it, and having Laz on a chamber in the past on Lotus has proven really powerful to be able to watch for those lurks.
Yeah, I think that's also the, you know, the thing that makes Global Esports stand out, right? This is a roster that has 4 IGLs on them. You know, that's like 4 brains there. And these are players that can definitely flex and, you know, follow like Russ, who is actually the IGL. But the rest, you know, you have Blaze King, you have Benkai, you even have Lightning Fast, who has had IGL experience in the past. So anytime somebody needs to take over, anytime a new idea has come in, Global Esports can have that.
Yeah, and one thing I want to touch on real quick at the end of this is it's Sunset again for ZETA, which they kind of didn't do so good on against T1, so hopefully they've been able to figure it out in the meantime.
That's what I'm worried about. I mean, maybe not so much about the calling of the IGs. I believe the players should be able to do that, but apart from that, it's just ZETA, you know, they had a really rough time against T1 on some of these maps, so if they can't close out bind, that would be a bit of an issue, but the compositions look good.
Well, comfort picks all around, but we're going to see how comfortable our teams are going to be as we step into our final series. So we'll pass it on over to our casters, Achilles and Asarai.
Alrighty, here we go. One more best of 3 to round out the evening. ZETA versus Global Esports once again. Now, one of the biggest concerns that we had off the back end of this map, where ZETA was able to find a victory when they first squared off, was this solo controller here from Lightning Fast on bind.
How much are they going to be able to pierce through? It's the same exact situation. You know, a couple of the other series that we had today, even though some of them were the same maps, at least the side was changed. Here, it's just going to be the same. ZETA division still going to be on defense. Starting it off here on B long as Hiroran now just checks it completely. A quick smoke here, though, but he doesn't get close. Just waits for someone to maybe peek out, as seems like Global Esports do want to play that contact.
Well, there it is. Headshot contacting into Russ's head. Hiroran finding that first blood here, and also a ton of damage out here onto the members of GE. Lightning Fast down to 35, Polvi at 31. And this push in towards B completely stopped in its tracks. Benkai still on the lurk here. Cutting across short, drifting over towards his team to try to reinforce them here on this entry. Really deep Trailblazer confused, and doesn't check left. So only sees the one player.
You can always go for that TP play. Look at how close the 4 players are, but...
That's why we don't have that any movement here from Yuran and Laz as well.
Yeah.
Wary about it.
There it is.
Inching forward. A little bit of damage here onto Tap, who tries to get the second kill. Can't make it happen, but still put down a little bit of additional damage. Hiroran is going to be clearing out that wingman. Now they have to swing into him, but he can't nail the shots. Going to kill a piece for those bullets. Does not manage to make it happen. Laz now arriving. There's Yuran going to be going the long way around. Laz does find Blaze King.
They're about to double up here on elbow. Lightning Fast better be prepared with 5 HP. He needs that help from Benkai all the way from Hookah here. He does have an angle though, so this could actually still work for GE.
Very well might. Oh no, he checks behind. As they get themselves down here onto the side, Benkai able to set up the kill. Lightning Fast collecting it with 5 HP. Can he actually close this one out? The answer is going to be no. Hiroran will be able to take him down with a 3K, get the defuse. ZETA Division will once again win the pistol to start things off.
Yeah, that's the one timing check though too from Benkai. Fortunately peeks or just wants to see if he's gonna get flanked himself. That fadeaway shot from Hiroron, so nasty. Yet as I mentioned, even able to break down the wingman, so somebody has to plant it for GE. And you saw as they were pushing up into the site, half of or two of the players of GE inside the site itself was like down to like what, 20 HP, 30 HP. Pretty easy to deal with when you have pistols.
Yeah, less than 40 between the two of them, but you can see now again, Global, they've been very willing to go for these forced buys. Stinger might not be as busted as it once was, but still can do a decent amount of damage.
100%.
GE have been able to win out some of these surprise forces here. As Yuran going to be forced down off the top tube. Across the wall, Dizzy in hand, Blaze King waiting to open things up, and so far, they're not going to make their way into the site. Looks like the initial rush, just trying to get a pick, but now that they don't find one, they're going to start shifting back over here, potentially towards A.
They can't really push, especially when they haven't gotten any control on B long. If they go through that, you can see Depth's there. The kid actually just throw the nade outside of Hookah and really deal some damage.
Smoke's down.
Blind there, camp still is set up. Falling now lobbed in by Sugar Zero, trying to prevent that plant from coming through, and he does so. Once again, the wingman getting disrupted, so now wait out the molly. Creep up, try to grab this one. Snake bite to try and dissuade them from pushing forward. Dizzy as well. This time it's a bit of a safer plan coming through as Polvi does get the spike on the ground. But now the spot comes in. Benkai revealed, taken out at range. Yuran starting things off.
Russ.
Finding one. Gets the killer onto Yuran now. Lightning Fast as well. Going to be getting rid of Sugar Zero. Up on top of the box, however, is Depp. Trucker should say. Lightning Fast falls, and Depp will be good for 2. Scoop the defuse or hand it off to one of his teammates. We'll see what they opt to do. Looks like the call is going to be to build up towards that showstopper. ZETA not going to allow for that force buy to work against them.
Yeah, G is one of those teams that could have made it happen. And was close in a sense. Unfortunately, Russ got taken down. And again, I keep saying this in multiple games already when you're on bind. You have to get that backside control if you have opponents that have control on showers. And if you can't, you need somebody on Heaven. It supposedly was Russ, but he got dealt with so quickly that you saw GE starts to push out from lamps, and then because Depp was on top of APC, it was just easy for him to take them down one by one because, again, they didn't have that clear-cut position at the back of the site.
Russ looking to push forward, just takes a peek in towards Hookah, and wise of him to back away. Unbeknownst to him, that judge would have been waiting around the corner.
Okay. I mean, I do still love the setup here from Laz. They haven't pushed into his wires yet. They might be able to now.
Start working their way forward. 0 point going to be cleared out. We force off the angle there as the paint shells come through. Wingman looking for the plant, but Sugar Zero with a quick little twist, managing to find that transfer over onto Lightning Fast, which is classics in hand, limited util.
Right here.
GE, can they do more damage? Finally at the ready, going to be sent over in towards lamps.
Careful.
That does force Blaze King back outside and up front. Last finding one. Except back behind to peek in. Blaze King dead. The cleanup comes through. Sugar Zero with the 3K. Looks like the handoff here. Still wanting to go for that showstopper. Step will now have that online here going into round number 4.
So far, no real threats of lineups from Global Esports here, but I mean, to be fair, it is a save buy for them. But even the force buy that they didn't really place themselves to do that. I mean, I understand that they need to take the site by force because they were on that force buy, but maybe this time they're going to be a lot more controlled or have enough resources to make that happen because they do have the capability to do that. They got Lightning Fast, they got Russ, they got even Blaze King with a mosh pit to at least play that if they can, which they have been trying to do as they were like a lot of the Wingman plans, but Zeta's just too aware of it.
Oh, what a flash out. Polvi, flush up against the wall here. Depp going to be able to find one. And it's like Lightning Fast as well, just equalizing. Finds himself 2.
Oh no.
Yuran, however, sat here. Judge in hand, they're spraying away. Takes him very low, and Yuran will be able to get follow-up. Lightning Fast falls. Blaze King here in Hookah, looking for a target, but cannot find any. A very swift, aggressive round from the side of ZETA. as they go ahead and move up 4-0. And this is one of the things that we've been talking about on the analyst desk in the last couple of days as ZETA's been playing, is that we're seeing more high-tempo performances from them where they're willing to really up the ante rather than sitting back, much like we saw from them so much of last season.
Courtesy of their coach, for sure, as we saw. And I mean, it's not like GE's, getting steamrolled here by ZETA. You saw Lightning Fast able to get those 2 kills coming into the players pushing out of B long. Polvi does get flash, so he really couldn't assist Lightning Fast. But ZETA Division's calls to interrupt and disrupt the setup that Global Esports are doing is just working so well for them. And to kind of put a cherry on top, they always somehow manage to find the spike in transition, whether it's in the hands of the wingman or some players of Global Esports. ZETA always forces GE to put in extra effort to pick up the spike once again and plant it on the site, which really is a difficult endeavor to do.
Yeah. Well, thank you, production. Got the right lower third there. But yeah, Global now looking to try to turn things around. I mean, already, thinking back to when these teams did first clash in their opening series, we saw Global have a pretty decent resurgence despite not being able to pistol around. They managed to get 5 on the attack, which combined is not a bad half at all. Very defender-sided map typically. Right now, they need to find that magic. And a big part of that would be trying to shut down Hiroron, who so far has been having a whale of a time.
And at the same time, make Polvi, do Polvi things, but he's 0 kills at the moment. Man is not able to light up the bind map, at least for now.
Maybe
It's really hurt that offense that Global Esports are very much known for. I like this setup from Laz. Tripwires on both sides of the map, just to, make your opponents guess where you are, and also assist your teammates on the site itself with it.
Oh, look at this triple push out here short. They realize, oh yes they do. And Depp is lobbing in that showstopper behind him, is able to get the kill. Benkai now trying to take some free space over towards Showers as the Seekers are going to be let loose here by Hiroron. Russ with a nice little linger will catch Yuran.
Oh, that's a great volley.
That it is. Polvi trying to jump up over on the side. Ends up getting gunned down. Laz with the kill. Orb going to be taken on the way out as Blaze King just going to be trying to build up towards that Thrash here. So far, it's just that 1 kill equalized. We're still set.
Watching this spot.
Looks like they're just going to maybe try to wait out the sky smoke here a bit.
30 seconds left.
Still showing willingness to look to play for this one, and all 3 players going to be observed.
20 seconds, too.
Catch coming through off the 0 point. Wingman going for the plant. Down push and try to interrupt that one. Turns away from the flash. They interrupt it indeed. Blaze King now stuck behind the box. Look, he for sure had the kill lined up there on the Depp, but Depp comes away with 3.
Stay in range of my stim beacon.
Man, that was also GE trying to mix things up, right? They try to set up some bit of utility for Lightning Fast on a main. On a side, fortunately, ZETA's plan was to try to go for a push and catch. And it works out. Once they start hearing the setup being thrown by Lightning Fast, they're like, he's just right across the wall with us. We just go for the push here. Thankfully enough for GG, takeaway here. They did overcommit the showstopper just to take him down. So at least they don't have to worry about that as they push into this next round.
0 point not really identifying anything here. No info gained for Global. A bit of a fade away, a fake, or just a call to push back over towards B. Seek some additional information. Depp has been set here for a while. That guiding light, telling him quite a bit. There's the first kill. Data's already. Hiroron covering. Liar, guys, 9-0 now. Spike has been observed, dropped outside by Fountain. Bottle push forward. Benkai again, just trying to lurk, trying to linger, trying to find any kind of opening that he possibly can. But given the cash and 2 players left alive, Benkai and Blaze King likely just going to have to team up and find a nice little corner to huddle in.
I literally looked away for a second just to check something, and then everybody just gets killed by Hiroron. And this is, even through the nerfs on the Sky, by the way, Sky, I think, is dubbed as the queen of Find B Long. right? You try to push it out, there's so many angles we can throw that guiding light. And one misstep, you know, you don't bait out correctly for your teammate. All of you are pushing at the same time. No one's hiding behind the wall, jiggle peeking. You just get hit by it, shot by it, and then people can just punish you unrelenting. And you see that happen here in this round. And as you mentioned, just leaving Benkai and BlazeKing to save the weapons in their hands all the way back at spawn.
Depp on the hunt. Benkai observed. And dead. Hiroron again. I mean, this guy is just laser focused today.
BlazeKing.
10 kills and, oh, okay, he will be able to give a parting gift and keep his life intact. That's about the only consolation that can be found. I mean, look at Depp. He doesn't mind. He's got 9,000 in the bank. So many players are about to be cash capped after this round, win or lose. And Hiroron is currently just got an infinite KD.
You cannot compute. Man. And this is just, again, Zeta Division. Oh, okay. I was just going to say, this is just Zeta Division at peak performance here, especially when they need to. Polvy's already up with the judge, up with the showstopper, but you can already see the tripwire is pretty much set up to counter that, just in case he tries to go for the double satchel through A short. Oh, there it is, Polvy.
Stopper.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And yep, gets pulled, gets stunned.
No one kills him though.
Well, no one can because he's got a showstopper. So they still have to respect this one. And now going to be dropped in. Man goes for the plant. They managed to get it through. Little strike called down, looking for a target, but no one was lurking within lamps. Global now their best chance at a round. Paint shells to further delay. But damage coming through. The decay as well. Going to start working them lower and lower here. Polvy finding one, gets himself on the board, taking down Sugar Zero, but Yonan finding that shower's controls. Polvy will find a second.
Nice!
Estimate the positioning of Laz. Finds the kill, now Depp on his lonesome, wants to try to deal additional damage if he can, but well, he will be able to. He's also going to run out of time to try to take as many people away as he possibly can, but gets himself out to safety. Global Esports will get themselves a round win.
Again, that is a heavy investment for Global here. That was, what, 3 of their players, a Viper pin, the Showstopper, but again, all to set up for this one round, maybe to swing things as well. And again, I have to say this, Lightning Fast in the backline has been doing so much damage from Global Esports. He's 7 kills right now. 5 kills above Russ, Polvy, and BlazeKing. So man is doing work. So if they can find a contact, have Lightning Fast right behind it to assist, there's a good chance Global Esports can find the fight here.
Oh, the turn of the flash. Polvy, what an entry. Finding one, Laz trying to take him down. Took him low, but can't get the kill quite just yet. Your point goes forward. Laz spotted, made flying. The reveal is in. Laz gets hounded down. Lightning Fast collecting the kills. The plant comes through. A fast hit, catching Zeta off guard. Global, like you said, maybe that's the round to get things going. And so far, it's looking like that is the case.
Oh yeah, this is the round that Global was definitely looking for. Now that they can play that post plan and just play so far back.
Where did it sink by land? Oh, it bounced that far forward, I say. I say Polvy, he should have had him dead to rights with 5 HP. Hiroron trying to clear the way. Fragment, however, does go out off the tap. Spots 1, gets 2. Can he get more? No. Russ will put an end to it. That is going to send Depp and Yoran packing back over towards the spawn. So Global finally able to get 2 rounds strung together on the board.
Polvy again.
Let's go.
Definitely a magician. That quick double satchel setup from the box outside showers into showers itself. You can already see Zeta's just, yes, we did not expect this to happen. Zooming.
Perfectly timed turn on the flash as well.
True.
I mean, you can tell, you know, that's the kind of set play that this has been really worked a lot over and over again from the side of Global. So very nicely executed.
Here.
And maybe some steam here for Global Esports. We'll see if they can carry forward with it.
Yeah, but this is where you see Zeta Division have so much bank, right? Because even if they start losing these rounds, because they are maxed out, then they start getting the loss bonus, there's so much to kind of dip in terms of the bank.
Okay, well, Depp Still with the op in hand, takes a quick little peek, managing to find one. Kill comes through, now he's just going to be pivoting over towards Heaven here. As Lightning Fast has gotten himself situated in the cubby next to Teleporter.
Toxin screen down.
They just stopped. I like how Depp just, quickly repositioned, not even going through spawn, straight with the satchel, just because he wants to be on that spot as quickly as he can so that the rest of his teammates that are on the site can just look elsewhere. And of course, best spot I think to use your showstopper. Far position, zooming rocket, yes please. Global Esports, they're going to be going for the contact here, but he does see the blades come in.
Yeah, they wait out. A couple cooldowns. 0 point comes back up. Yoran just going to be sat here within lamps. Snake bite in hand. Realize that there's 2 people there, and as well as one behind him. Well, now they certainly do. Tukazir, however, going to be able to find Blaze King. The pop comes in, Russ sending out that null command. Just trying to stop them from having any additional util to send their way. 2-man advantage, however, here for the side of ZETA. See if they're going to be able to try to overwhelm these numbers.
Ooh, BenK went around.
Neural Theft coming in. That's the showstopper right at BenKai's feet. They know exactly where Russ is at. He'll be flushed out. ZETA Division racking up another round, not allowing for Global to get 3 in a row. Depp with that operator always demands respect.
Truly. I was about to comment that, BenK realizes that we were stacked too much on short here. I need to find another angle of attack, and then lo and behold, out of nowhere, there it is. Neural Theft right in the face of the players of Global Esports. I was wondering when we would see any of the watch parties. There it is for ZETA.
7-4 भी कर लिया था easy है भाई.
Glad to see the fans having a good time.
2 more rounds भाई. निकाल लो भाई जी भाई.
So what's the next step here for Global? Right, it feels like, again, every step that they take, every move they make, they've been found out here by ZETA Division.
Oh, still caught. See the expression there. He thought he was wow. Oh! He juked it! He sent it into the teleporter. What moment is that?
He's got an aid.
Fragment in hand. Depp now has the TP out to safety. And he will be able to escape, but not before killing 2 and completely denying any value from the Thrash. Oh my goodness.
The Thrash went inside the TP, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. And Depp still challenges for the 2, as you mentioned. What?
Re-peeks while there's a fragment being thrown at him.
Yeah, and G
Gets
don't
the kill
expect
and
him to do that too.
No, certainly not. Hiroron just holding the hard angle, finds one Lightning Fast with a quick reply. We'll be able to take him down, but Laz, not sure if he saw the top of his head or just had a great sense. Either way, he comes away with a kill and we'll be able to get a second. BenK gone. And ZETA now vastly improving upon the first time that we saw them on this map versus Global.
I go back to my point from the first series with ZETA and Global that I did mention how it feels like BenK just, he was such a great player that lurks in their last game against Bleed. But here against ZETA, it feels like he can't find an answer against Laz. Every single time he gets thwarted here by, pushing with the team, sure, whatnot. But when he lurks, he finds Laz, he loses the fight to Laz, and again, loses that opportunity to flank from the other corner. And because of that, he's been so passive this entire start of the first map.
Second timeout now. Having to be called by Global. Not a position that you want to be in, but one that they certainly do find themselves in. The course correction is not happening naturally. So spin big time. Wanting to get involved.
Hey guys,
in the ears of the players and minded the game plan.
जी आ गई है भाई कितना आ गई?
What is the game plan now? Now that you have just 2 more rounds left in the first half.
Hello.
Win the next 2 rounds.
Simple as, if it's only as simple as, it is as simple as that, but leading up to it,
kill the Laz man. That's the plan.
Hello.
I'll say that, but the highest deaths right now in ZETA has been Sugar Zero with 5, and everyone else is like 3.
Ultron, hello.
It hasn't been as fruitful for Global Esports in that regard.
Certainly not.
They still haven't been able to deal with Depp's
operator
here now that he's played up right behind Euron.
Okay, well, he's going to make
Bade
a swift
log ho
exit
gaya
from
bhai.
this position. Here's him coming in behind. Ups the pace a little bit,
Bade
but
log
with the
bade.
orb and the snakebite combo here, Yoran has his escape covered.
मत बता भाई.
I do like that though.
नहीं
Just
बताऊंगा.
Bjorn making sure he doesn't get
कुछ
tagged
मैं
by the
नहीं
knife,
बताऊंगा.
so all of his abilities, as you mentioned, just able
मैं नहीं
to assist the
बताऊंगा.
team. But they do
क्या लगता है
realize that
comeback
he's
होगा?
there, so if they're fast enough to
नहीं
rotate
होगा.
to A, maybe they can
कैसा demotivate
out-rotate
बंदा है भाई
Depp, but
dude.
he's
Team
already
hug.
here.
अरे जेटा भाई
On top
बहुत
of the
पुरानी
truck.
टीम है भाई.
Hearing that blast back,
ये
they
नहीं
should have a good
बनाई
idea of
है
it. That's going to be the
पूरा
team
चेंज
trying to
ही
lead
कर
the
दिया
way.
लाइनअप पहले तो अच्छा
Heel
भी
tag
था.
onto one of Blaze King. Able to
इतनी
outduel
कर
Laz
भाई.
there. Finds the
फाड़ दिया.
headshot.
भाई क्या मार रहे
Things
भाई
up.
जेटा भाई.
As well as the sight here for Global.
जेटा की
And now
टीम भाई
moving
खतरनाक.
forward.
ओ,
Depp.
देख भाई.
Find one. Takes down Russ before getting dropped by
Bade
Pole.
Rush को down
Land
किया.
comes in.
That was G was kind of hoping for, you know,
Rush.
looking.
Ooh, Sugar Zero. Might have been given a bit of a gift here, but Polvy looks like he's going to have the timing, and he does. Swings in, paint shells down. Yodan having to sprint ahead of this one. The Seeker helps keep him protected. Kill found. Mosh pit at the ready. Seeker still going. Yodan now. Last one standing here for the team.
All we
That
or
Spike has to
lightning
dip back
fast
out,
थोड़ा
however.
सा.
He finds one, looks for the other,
Pehले
puts some
कितने-
damage down on the lightning pass, swaps weapons. A little bit of spray,
ये भी round गया.
trying to soften him up, swings back out, and oh man, lightning pass just playing around with time.
He knows.
Dink through the box.
Bhai,
4
nahi.
bullets remaining. Yodan gets it. It doesn't have the time remaining. Goes through the TP. 4K for him, but a third round for GE.
I knew exactly that he was about to win that fight, especially when you saw the dink over the
Defense
box on
बाकी है
short.
वैसे अभी भी.
But I was just about to say that was the round that Global was hoping for, that they can outmaneuver Depp as soon as they spotted him somewhere due to the KO blade outside of Hookah. They started getting that contact, and Global Esports here get themselves that round. As they buy enough time.
उनकी इकोनॉमी बिगाड़ दिया और
They
क्या.
replicate it again, because now there's a
Okay.
showstopper
Yeah,
in the arsenal of Polvy. He can go
Thank
ham
you,
onto
guys.
the site.
I mean, maybe just a fast attack in towards Hookah. Seems like the answer is going to be no. 0 point, however, about to land on their heads, and there it is. Shut down. Can't pull out that snake bite fast enough. 0 point. Completely denies it away. Man now going for the plant here on the site. Global again, a very strong position. Oh, Benkai! Ready and waiting. Gets himself his second kill of the map thus far. And as Global
अरे ट्रैप लगा के वो
almost
एक खेल
certainly
रहा था.
have
Raise
themselves
it,
a
Ajora.
4 and 8 half. Spot there for Sugar, onto Sugar Zero, I should say. Comes down a Sky Smoke,
Let's
there's
go,
the bite
भाई.
locked in.
लड़े लगेंगे तो
And
क्या बात है.
Benkai will be able to just get the wall bang. So 8-4, Zeta out in the lead. A 1-round improvement compared to the last time that we saw these two teams
Global
face
का
off.
round है. 8
Yeah, it's just them being less hesitant and
अरे उन्हें कर्ज नहीं कराना चाहते थे
because of
वरना हो
the
जाएंगे इसलिए.
timeouts that we've had from their coach. He just mentioned how slow they were going in the past couple of rounds. They were playing Zeta's push-out game, and this time they try to outpace them and outmaneuver as quickly as they can. They just need some key information. Again, figuring out where Depp was so they don't have to deal with that first contact operator. Next is, if they can bait a bit of utility, sure, that's going to be good. And then now we see Benkai also adding in those better lurks. Like I mentioned, if he can outpace Laz in this lurk versus lurk, sentinel versus sentinel bout that they've been having, this is a huge step in helping Global Esports string in a few more rounds.
Well, their work's still cut out for them. With
Revive कर रहे
Global
हो क्या आप?
rescuing this half just a little bit with these rounds that they were able to scoop up for themselves. So now they can kick things off with a pistol, perhaps the run back here on the defending side is going to be possible.
How effective is Lightning Fast going to be as that single controller? Pose this question at the start of this game. Especially when, again, they're going to be on the defending side, right? Because his smokes will be very much spread out across the map. You can see, I think, that the play is... Here. Wait. Has he not used his toxic screen yet? Yeah, he hasn't, so he is saving it, possibly for a retake.
Seems like we'll be doing just that.
Ultron comeback है.
Now,
एक घंटा comeback.
अभी
मेरे
देखो
level
in the
comeback.
meantime, just segmenting that A site
नहीं
a
मारेगी
bit. Looks like we're
अभी
gonna
देख
have a
जेटा
triple
मारेगी इनको पकड़
push
के
in towards
अभी
showers
देख
here.
जी मारेगी भाई देखिए वन टैप
Now,
दो बंदे डाउन
fast.
होंगे चालू राउंड में
शर्त लगा ले तू
Spotting two. We'll draw a snake bite out of them, so
10 रुपए की
lost in the exchange there, and Orb going to be taken away
जी
by Dep.
हारेगी ये वाला और जेटा जीतेगी
Camera also broken on
जीतेगी
B-Long,
भाई
so
अभी देख दो बंदे
G
डाउन
knows
होंगे
something's
तो
up.
होंगे
but because they started backing away, Zeta Division, as Laz hasn't
B
spotted
पे
any
दो
forward lurkers here
भाई।
for Global Esports, they call the rest of the
जी को
boys back
हारते
and
हुए
team
देख
back.
रहे फिलहाल
They're about to hit a massive
मजा आ रहा है
push on this B site. Blazing is the only one holding B-Long. Never mind, he's actually got Russ right behind him. But the only utility between the two of them is the Dizzy and the Wingman.
Same two players going to be spotted. Wingman is at the ready. See what the call is going to be. Right next to each other, Wingman going out. Tap, however, two quick one taps.
थोड़ा
Finds the
जल्दी
kill.
डालना
Hero
चाहिए
going to be taken down by the paint shells.
आ
Polvi
चुके
does
थे
come away
ऊपर
with
तक
one
वो।
there.
That's on
As
short.
Polvi going to be forced out of
30
position.
seconds left.
मेरे को लगा
Awareness.
डाउन है भाई
As the kill comes in, now the TPs come flying through. Lightning
ठीक है,
fast,
कोई
sat
चीज़
here
नहीं।
on site.
नाइस
Jump forward.
Ooh.
Quick adjustment
क्या
for that
बात है?
headshot. What was that reaction? A great kill for Lightning fast. The snake bite eventually
Nice,
does flush
nice.
him out.
चल भाई 1v1 लेट्स गो
One
भाई
enemy remaining.
Now,
I believe
he's
in
standing
Benkai.
there up against Laz. Gets the dart.
10 seconds left.
शायद
Back
देख लिया
behind the
इसको
spot
box.
नहीं
Does.
नहीं देखा था
Is that he kind of has to stick
Let's
for
go,
this
bhai.
one. And Benkai
Let's
will be able to
go,
get
let's
it.
go,
The
bhai.
3K for him, for Global to take their first pistol round.
Yeah, Benkai did spot him,
Let's
but
go.
Laz did not, as he was,
एक
I
VC
think,
में
just
G का
jumping
hater
around,
बैठा है
hoping
क्या?
to maybe catch a glimpse
हाँ
even
ना,
through
बैठा
the minimap, but no, and again, because it just had like, what,
साले खुद
single-digit seconds
के
behind that spike, he had to
कंट्री
rush
की
in.
टीम को
But yeah, you're
सपोर्ट नहीं
absolutely right.
करता
Lightning fast,
दो
again,
सेकंड
द्रोही
man,
2 सेकंड मारा था bro
pretty hefty things even by himself.
क्या बात है
Through that really helped out
बहुत अच्छा
Benkai.
था।
Solidified at 1 versus
निकाल लिया
1,
भाई।
so solid pistol for GE, and this is what they're hoping for. This is what they're looking for.
भाई बहुत भूख लगी
Kind
थी
of
भाई
finalizing the setup here is Polvi. Swinging out here towards Long. Outlaw in hand. Oh, as the jump peak, Russ spotting at least Dep. 0 point chucked out. Getting this press on to 2.
क्या खाना
Given that he had a visual confirmation, he knows that there's at least 3 here.
Yeah, they don't want to push B long. They don't want to reposition there, especially with Polvi's holding with the outlaw. Blaze King. Just a quick little check.
Just thinking about it. There is some support here.
नहीं करेगा
He's
वो
aware.
कर दिया
Yep, the
He's
volley
so
at
aware.
his feet. Not going to eat too much damage. Rest of the team getting ready to try to creep in. I mean, I say the rest of the team, they're still very much split, worlds apart.
चल तो गए
One trap wire cleared out. Benkai setting up the other one to try to catch whenever that plant does come down. Fast trying to beckon them forward into this.
30 seconds left.
Time dwindling, another snake bite to further delay. Cut back across, the 0 point catch onto all. And now
nice
just massacre as the spray down comes through.
nice one
Russ will be able to go ahead.
करता है भाई,
2,
18 पे
3K in total, and now a
let's
4th.
go
3 charges left to go. As it's a flawless here from Global. Now just 2 rounds
Ultron, hello?
separating our squads.
Great calls from Global there, not to really play too much on lamps. You saw Russ was
क्या
holding for a couple
round
of seconds,
निकाला
but then
भाई let's
he
go come back
repositions the
come
back
back
of triple just to go hand in hand with Lightning
लोग का
Fast.
buy
And
round
it
है।
does make a lot of sense. They had the smoke. You know that
अच्छा, तीन
Zeta
bullet
has to
थी।
push because there was just like 20 seconds on the clock.
Almost.
And even if Zeta did over push to where the players of GE were on that A site, that tripwire should activate theoretically to just catch them off because, I mean, it's just such a niche position. I really like it, but it didn't activate at all that time.
Everybody pretty far back here.
Camera, take it here.
At all far towards A. Players getting ready to move up here. Out, guarded,
Oh,
nothing
also they
spotted,
don't
but they do catch Russ, a glimpse of him at the very end of that Trailblazer. Seems like maybe Zeta again just trying to bait some players over towards the center map, and then, okay.
damage
Spike
गया
I was gonna say, and then take the teleporter. But Polvi has different plans.
Yeah, this outlaw's just too much value.
वो डैमेज भी वॉल के थ्रू पड़ा
They've cut the noise once again, and Polvi just went straight to the A side, probably thinking about a possible TP play.
Guys, कैसे हो?
Which it feels like
मैं
it
क्यों
might happen,
बताऊं?
but because there's two players here of Zeta,
आपसे कौन पूछ रहा है?
maybe not.
सिद्धार्थ से पूछ रहे थे।
और
They
गाइस
don't have a flash.
गाइस मतलब क्या होता है?
Cam taken out. Blaze King doesn't fire. I'm not sure if they
तो
spotted
आप
him.
गाय नहीं हो।
It's like maybe, but either way, you're not
गाय
necessarily
नहीं
बोला,
home
गाय
multiple
नहीं
times
बोला।
by the stinger.
हाँ तो दो गाय है ना।
30 seconds left.
Oh, the Disney double push coming through. They line up for it. Can't be found. Step
तो
now
दो
left.
लोग हैं ना।
He's
क्रैश
able to
लगा।
find the kill, but as he looks back over towards
भाई
Luka,
राउंड भी
he
बाय
gets
राउंड भी जीत गया
taken
वो लोग।
down. Global Esports
यार,
continuing to
एक ही
run
चीज
this
चिंता
back.
That was very
शर्त
messy
लगा
for
लो।
Zeta. Did not get a chance to again find that entryway, especially when Hideron was the first one that
मुंह में
got
लेके
knocked
बैठ जा
out
आज
by Polvi. And because of that, no guiding light
मैं रेड को
is
भेज दूं।
available to take these angles. Now
उनके
Zeta,
पास है ही नहीं।
they do want to go
दो
for
गाड़ी
these
नहीं।
dry contacts, but they're doing it in positions where Global Esports have set their own crossfires, making it quite a difficult feat to do. So Zeta Division, as we see here, calls that time out. There needs to be some form of adjustment right now. They need to be able to figure out how to deal with Polvi, who, again, just needs to tuck himself in the back of the side, and somehow this man manages to still find that contact all the way from such a far distance.
He was playing around the world.
Yeah, he was.
From A to B to A.
अबे मैं थोड़ी बोलता हूँ।
Zeta,
आप भी बुड्ढे ही हो।
they're having this bonus conversion come through for Global
उम्र हो
Esports.
गई है भाई शादी
This is their
की।
first time out here of the map.
शादी नहीं कर रहे बुड्ढे ही हो गए।
Carlisle and Junior have to relay to them.
तू है ना मेरी जरूरत पूरी करने वाला।
And we're seeing a couple share of purchases coming through.
लड़कों से प्यार होता है आपको लड़कों से
Knowing that
प्यार।
लड़कों से
Polvi's got
नहीं
an
भाई।
outlaw.
जी लड़कों
It's a
नहीं
scary
भाई।
prospect as they get ready to go into this
लड़कों
one.
से करते हैं। दूर रहो भाई।
And that's in the same
Dad,
position that
they
Polvi
cry.
was during that first half. He just cannot find that entryway.
तू देख ले भाई
Right?
तेरे
They
पे
are still very much
नहीं
aware
नहीं मैं तो दूर हूँ
of
भाई तेरे को नहीं ले रहे बीच
the
बीच
power
में।
that Lightning Pass utility can do it.
वो तो पुणे में है वो तो कहीं और ही है।
Putting so
मेरा
much
ये कि वो
influence throughout this entire first game. He's
क्या
still
मालूम
right
टिकट
now
करा
for
के आ जाओ
GE.
उधर ही इसके पास।
And is doing
मुझे बोला आ जाओ।
अरे
work continuously.
तेरे को बुला रहे
Trailblazer, come through and check.
ऐसे बोलता
मार बल्लू मार।
Up on
अरे
top of
दिखा
the truck.
बल्लू।
Either way, yep, there was
Yeah,
that.
nice
मैं भी
one.
चालू।
Oh, that just draws his attention
Yeah,
over,
nice
and
one.
Yuran's able to take him down at
Actually,
range
मैं
with the
क्या
stinger.
They still can't find the
अरे
tripwire.
my bad
No, they cannot.
तेरे को लगा
That was
उसने
spotted.
मारा ना?
Yep.
That
What
one
a
he finds.
shot!
एक सेकंड के लिए फिर बोला अरे नहीं बेच गया
That one he gets.
अबे
And somehow, some way, it just starts looking fantastic here for Zeta in the eco.
अरे देख के
No
जा रहे
chance, though,
रस
for
क्या
GE may
मेंटल
take
है रे
control, but as I
भाई।
see that rush creeping up towards Shower, taken down back of the head. Hey, towards Blaze King, gonna do quite a bit of damage, knocking him down 23. Benkai now arriving. Flash goes in, Showstopper sent out. The funny thing is, Laz was just trying to grab a gun.
यार ये तो सेव
Caught up
राउंड
there by that mosh pit for just a moment.
Realistically, the only one who actually has a gun is
बच्चों का
Laz.
गेम नहीं है भाई वो
Rifle
जेटा है
was able to
भाई।
pick up.
सालों से खेलती
Everyone
है।
else is just on something else.
Oh. Benkai with a quick turn, able to find one, looking for the second, but
शॉट हो गया।
get it on. Will take him down. Blaze King with one shot, I was going to say, remaining, will fall to last. So Zeta Division after the timeout are able to break this win streak, which across both halves was 5 rounds consecutively for Global. They get themselves back into the driver's seat, but Cash still very much in
ज़्यादा
the hands of
कॉन्फिडेंस में आ
Global, so
गई
they
है
get in the
बच्चे समझ रही है सामने वाली टीम को
Oh,
कोई नहीं
okay.
मालूम
Was that just
मैं
hard
मैप
read
में
or
देख
did
के
you see him
मारा।
on the minimap?
मैं भी पॉइंट करके
Definitely
मार
jumped
देता
up,
हूँ
might have noticed it and made the call, or the minimap, as you say.
मैं देख के
Yeah.
पॉइंट कर देता
They would have
हूँ,
had
मार
vision
देता
on them one way or the other.
I would have liked to see the depth POV though. The tap on this.
ये
ये
ट्रैप
क्या
क्या है
है?
भाई
Okay, here's
भाई,
another
क्या है ये?
interesting thing. Hideron couldn't pick up any other rifles, so
It's a
he's
good
on an
move.
outlaw from
जाते रहो।
Polvi.
नाइस।
So I wonder how that's gonna pan
चलो
out.
भी स्ट्रांग रखो ए एग्रेसिव गेम प्लीज।
See, I mean, Trapwires is set up to try to get this catch on the flank from behind.
कैच कर लेगा
This is a very aggressive push. I mean, Global, they
Hey,
have all this information.
मैंने दिख लिया ना ट्रैप
So they're going to say, okay, let's go swing out a little bit wider, where they will be met by yet another Trapwire.
वेंकाई मस्त प्लेयर है।
There's the trips. Oh,
Polvi makes it across. I think he had to use a blast pack to get over top of that one.
yeah,
Like, पूरी side
absolutely. So
देगी,
they're
आप
not even
side
looking in
पे
that general direction.
Polvi
They're only
ने वो
focused
कर
right in front of
लिया
them. They don't know the flank is about to come.
वो पहले जाएगा
Flank is
उसको
interrupted.
बोलेगा
Polvi
कि थोड़ी देर में
moving his
आओ।
way
ओ
forward.
भाई
Sugar
व्हाट अ
Zero.
गुड फ्लैंक।
Not watching for this one at all. There's the shot.
Spike planted.
Kill comes in.
Abe,
Shows him down to the corner. Laz forced to
Nice.
rotate out, and he actually wins the fight. Dep in the meantime, watching from behind. Catches lightning fast. That's going to be the flankers.
Wow.
So now they just have to pay attention towards the site itself. Errol Dep goes out. Blaze King, the last one, will now be revealed. Swings out, looks for Dep, can't quite make it happen. Zeta Division will get themselves
अरे
up
उसको
to double
थोड़ा
digits.
वेट करना चाहिए था भाई. एक
Also a
बंदे
tricky
को मारना ही था
situation
उसको,
for
तो
Laz
थोड़ा
there.
वेट
Not
करके
just
आराम
the
से
flank
लेके
from
आगे
Colby,
जाके मारे.
but
उसको
the
trigger
Vigil as
disc
well,
करके दूसरे को
on that
मारना चाहिए
pocket
था
that he
वही.
was positioned at, he had to push forward. And there you go. And still manages to pick up the kill
चूतिया
on
पंती
Colby.
करते हैं.
Captain. My captain, my
इसका aim
captain.
देखो.
और Laz ने भी
Zeta
white stream
IGL
ले लिया
making
यार.
it work.
और वो white stream
Quick
क्यों लिया
shuffle
क्योंकि
of relief
उस पे नेट आ रहा था. अगर नेट नहीं होता तो आराम से पिक
on the
लेता.
home stretch now.
क्या कहते हैं?
Global
क्या
Esports
कहते हैं?
certainly sold them up as
बाड़े में जाए.
last pack out, up in hand.
यार डिफेंस में तो निकालना चाहिए.
Nobody else in this position.
देखते हैं.
Zeta, in the meantime, eyes very much set here on the A site. The Seekers are going to be let loose. Russ now starting to rotate back across. Trying to
रॉसी को लाते
reinforce
हैं
this
अभी.
position
थोड़ा
here
तो
with the rest of his
मार
teammates.
देता. दो को ले लेता आराम से.
Flag.
There's the spike plan.
भाई
Colby with the
भाई,
showstopper.
एक नंबर
Looking for targets. It's into the corner. Has a good read. And takes down Sugar Zero.
बॉली अच्छा खेल रहा है.
बढ़िया
Gonna
यार.
run out into the open. Polvi finds himself a second.
ये
He's driving
अच्छा
forward now. It's going to be Ben Kaiser.
Ability
Coming forward is Step. Getting caught there. They get the wingman over onto the spike for the defuse. The Detain comes across the defuse. Still coming through. And it can't be interrupted.
हो गया जीत गए,
Blaze
जीत
King and Wingman will win out the
ऑपरेटर
round.
गई.
गए. ठीक है ना.
Won't be able to carry his
Round
weapon forward.
important.
It's going to be a 4K for Guran, but
दूसरे भी.
it is going to be Global hanging
गेको
on.
कभी-कभी बहुत काम में आता है भाई.
At what cost though? Look at that economic damage. Everyone is just hovering somewhere around 3,000 for Global here. The only one who can even purchase a rifle or a Vandal is Polvi. That forces him into the half shield.
That goes there.
I mean, yeah, sure, they were able to get that rounded. Super important, but this round is gonna hurt economically speaking.
Certainly could. Step going out on a wide swing. Blaze King, though, a judge once more in hand.
हाँ जज है भाई बस.
This ends up just being
Ah,
right
nah.
contact swing. This could be bad for them, and it is. Step going to be taken down first and foremost. Sugar Zero going to have to try to back away. Quick clear out on that Dizzy. Stopping it from finding value, but Dep dead. Already a big win here for Global.
Yeah, bait and switch works in the favor of Global there. Oh boy. I was starting to get slightly worried for Global here, but you got plenty of tricks up their sleeve. And Blaze King, love the reposition here on Hookah. If Yoran even dares to step just an inch there, you can already see Blaze King very much prepared for it. That means the lurk from Laz gonna have to start to get that value on Shower. Though, yeah, Tripwire as well as the camera available here. He's gotta be careful that he doesn't get yeah, the battle of the cams. Who's got the higher definition? Hello.
My eyes are down.
Cam cleared, Dark going to be
30
removed.
seconds
Get it
left.
on. Oh, looks like he did spot
ए
Ben
हो
Kai.
रहा है आ जाओ.
Kai likely to have spotted him. Either way, they know that they're further forward now. This trap wire gets cleared. Lightning fast in the corner. Still holding on to the snake bites. Lets one go. But Zero pushes out of the smoke, managing to find the kill. Ben Kai still lingering. Orbital strike sent down. Colby going to be forced back. Zero just plans through it. On the wire, Laz, Yoran going to be finding one apiece. Just Russ and Blaze King left standing. Russ going for the chase, trying to rush his way in towards Lamps. Comes up with one. Slides back out, but he's going to get caught reloading, and Laz gets the punish. Now it's just Blaze King here. He's got a judge, and there's 3 players from Zeta completely scattered, so he will just rotate out.
He can even save a rifle if he wants to. There's that rifle steal, I believe, on B-Long when they got Dep.
Yeah.
But it was surprising that he wasn't able to pick it up, though. Maybe because he was already somewhere Hookah or repositioning to spawn. I didn't really see where he was when Zeta was pushing into the site, but I can only assume that's what happened. The one thing that really caught me off guard was, did Laz just put a delayed trip that actually caught Benkai? Because again, Benkai was just probably not hearing all of the utility because of just how much noise was happening around him. You know, the smokes, the orbital strike, and everything. And he got caught.
And I'll start with that. The aggro push out. Clearly, Lightning Fast just was not anticipating. Thought maybe he had himself covered with the smoke down, the snake bite as well. Yeah. But the aggression comes through. Sugar Zero very much rewarded for it. Zeta now up to 11. Global. Very limited tools. You can see that they do have that pit, but without the weaponry to back it up. Go absolutely crazy with this Phantom, this hero rifle. Benkai toggle onto the camera, managing to spot quite a many few players here from Zeta. Bot, we let loose. Trailblazer goes and checks all throughout showers. Nothing spotted, so Laz can start advancing forward.
There it is. That's the 5-stack from Global, 2 at the back of the site.
It's a good gamble,
right? There is a chance for Global to make something happen. If Russ can set up a good flash. Oh, wow. That nade. Ouch.
Shells will force that back. Swing in. Depp finds 2. Laz finds the others. Gets himself a 3rd.
अच्छा gamble था. यही कर रहे हैं वो लोग भाई.
जी, अब कौन जीतेगा बता सिद्धार्थ. अब नहीं होगा तेरे से.
Dry push into Labs.
तो पाकिस्तान का ही कह रहे?
With wishful thinking that was that nade flipped both of the Lab players down to 50%.
ZETA मेरे को भी बहुत पसंद है यार, लेकिन
yeah, I mean at this point you already know ZETA was just gonna be cleaning up house.
वो टीबोन की जॉर्ड गैंग भी अगर बाहर रह के खेल रही है ना, तुझे तेरे कंट्री के लिए उन लोग को सपोर्ट करना पड़ेगा भाई.
First time we're gonna see, I think, the operator in the hands of Polvi in this game.
अगर गोल्डी भाई खेल रहा है उधर, वो अन्ना खेल रहा है, तो तेरे को सपोर्ट करना पड़ेगा भाई.
वो लोग खेल रहे होते तो जीत भी जाते थोड़ा.
Let's see kind of value you can find from him as he gets positioned here on that A side.
ऐसा बोलना है तो मुझे बंद रख.
Starts shifting towards B. Trailblazer kind of getting locked there a little bit.
I think he Seal Lion booped the mosh pit.
Oh, Flash not finding its target, but he's king. Caught off guard by the push up there from Depp. More aggressive than he might have anticipated. The spray through actually also finding some connection there as Russ going to be knocked down.
मार देगा, खत्म हो जाएगा.
Fire will soften up Depp just a little bit as the snake bite prevents the retreat for the time being. Holvey with an opportunity here, but Flash goes in. Knocked down to 3 HP, and Laz gets the punish.
Flash
Oh, he's just so ready for it. Now the neural depth goes in. They stray away from the pit. Lightning Fast still just sat there on the B site. McKay just popped to try and delay, but put on finding Benkai back sight. Step up and over the top. The rocket goes in. And he flushes him out of lamps, and now it's all on Lightning Fast.
Spike planted.
Depp just around the corner here within the smoke. The push-up comes through. The first shorty, the second. He gets the 3K. He gets the 13th round. Zeta
struggling to find ways on how to defeat Zeta Division, but Zeta Division looking really, really good. There were so many good plays, and I feel like that map was more on not exactly what GE was doing, right? But like more of like Zeta Division just made GE make the mistakes, and they just played into it.
Yeah, I mean, just quite frankly, a lot of times Zeta was just outplaying them, outthinking, outreacting to them. You know, great utility usage. Hirodon in particular started out hot, you know, went like 10-0 or something to start this before he finally died, but he was landing some really impactful flashes, and Depp is Depp. I mean, that play he had at B Teleporter was beyond belief. He dodges the thrash, gets the repeat kill, and then TP's out. Like
it was nothing.
That is unreal. And this is a thing that I've been really impressed with again, and I'm going to say it time and time again, is that his raise is way better this year. way better. And that was a great example of like one of those Raze plays that he did not make last year.
I mean, vastly improved. I mean, basically carrying over whatever he had on Jet to Raze, you know, fast movement, fast reactions, knowing exactly what to do. But apart from that, I mean, the whole team, kind of like what Miko is saying, just operated really well. You can see that they really fixed a lot of, you know, some of the things from last year. You know, good standard operating procedures, especially because they had just the best start on defense. And I think that's the main thing about this map too. They managed to pick the right side. They had the great composition for it, and just the right protocols. Like Euron was really impressive to me because the way that he played Viper, the way he controlled the map, just like falling back bound by bound. If I think they're gonna come from short, I'll fall back to like lamps. I'll jiggle for footsteps. I'll throw out a snake bite. It's like for easy kills, dude. Like it's just so good. And of course, you know, Depp being the MVP.
Yeah, no doubter here. I mean, he was just unreal. I mean, that Sheriff shot he had from short up to A Heaven, like just, he's unbelievable right now. Like a 360, 350 ACS is out of control. He's just incredible, but it's teamwork here. I mean, and they have great senses, they have great timings. I mean, the time lads caught Russ for loading, like all of these things, like their ability to coordinate and work off of each other as well, just has gotten better in a very short amount of time, and that is very scary for everyone else left in this event.
I remember when we were talking a little bit earlier on about confidence too. I think because of such a great start that ZETA had, Global started to lose confidence a little bit, and as you go into the second half, there was this one round, I think it was round 16. ZETA lost like their bonus round and had to go for an eco, but off of the timeout, they were confident enough to come in with like movement as a team to throw off like Polvy's crosshair placement, and then just the widest, most confident swings with the Sheriff, and they actually broke apart Global Esports defense that way.
Those are rounds that, of course, you know, no team should be winning, right? But at the same time, these are rounds that I think ZETA Division of last year would not be winning. It just goes to show how much they've improved, right? Especially with, again, Coach Carla coming in with something new and the new guns coming in. So it's working so well for ZETA, and I feel like on the side of Global Esports, you know, what more can they do? I don't think that, you know, the ZETA Division that everybody knew from last year does not exist anymore, paper thin.
No, it's even better so far. I mean, in my eyes, this is better in every aspect. And like even their comms are better. I think, because there was that one round where Colby used the blast pack to hop over Laz's trapwire way at the back of B, right, in the alley. And then they wrap around, they get Sugar 0 in Octagon, and then immediately someone's there to turn and make sure that he isn't a problem. Like, so that's
crazy, hey.
on top of everything else that is going well.
Really flowing as a team. I will say though, the one thing that doesn't look so great sometimes.
अभी Lotus है ना, Lotus में भी raise, Sunset में भी raise, सारे raise map लिए हैं.
But the other thing is just like sometimes
pick ये लोग ने भी
really
तो
rough the way that they
raise भी
just,
लिया
like,
रहेगा.
kind of what Asterai mentioned, just dry contact peeking into, you know, no utility. Let's just walk out of a choke point. And Global Esports is like, hey, I'll open the door for you, but you'll get shot. And that's basically what happens if we, you know, go into the next map and ZETA is starting out on that attacking side. It's not going to be the greatest thing. Remember, this is Lotus. They played this against T1.
Single controller पे कैसे गए लोग? अगर single controller ही तुम लोग को खिलाना था तो Brim खिलाओ या तो Omen खिलाओ भाई.
It's a little bit rough, and I think maybe Global Esports got to the
Viper का ऐसा सीन है कि फिर वही एक साइड wall डाल दोगे फिर वही साइड तुम लोग को जाना पड़ेगा.
इसलिए तो मैं आपको भेजना चाह रहा
Division's pick, right? So they must want to do this retake on Lotus. They want to see like, you know, hey, we can do even better than that. Xcurin is not here, so but that might give a hint for Global Esports, right?
Like Viper यार
what would make ZETA Division stop in the tracks? And it's a player like Xcurin who can fill those shoes on the side of Global Esports, right? Who's willing to take up that role to be that stopper for ZETA?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and I think Depp is clearly on one today again, so he could be that guy like he has been many times in the past. But frankly, the young players as well.
वो लोग का देखा ना, वो लोग के पास Brim भी था और Viper भी था, ताकि वो एक साइड वाइपर की वॉल डाल सके, उधर नहीं घुस गए तो ब्रिम के स्मोक्स तो है ही, और ब्रिम के स्मोक्स खत्म हो गए तो वो एक साइड वॉल डाल के जा भी सकते.
He caught it, that there was a late trapwire thrown that caught Benkai in one of those later rounds. That
चलो मैं आता चाय पी के.
smokes and confusion. So he's clearly gotten really good at this.
ठीक है, आऊँगा भाई वापस जी को ZETA को जिता के जाऊँगा.
I know.
You just want the chamber.
I do.
You just want
but look what Xcurin did. You just do that. to the other team. It's easy.
That's true. That's true. I mean, like, yeah, it's definitely, you know, it's definitely a good sign actually when your star player, somebody like Laz in the side of Zeta Division, isn't a star player or as much of a star player anymore, right? Because it shows that like the rest of the team is definitely stepping up. It's exciting to see, especially since there's always been a lot of attention on Laz Quack. I mean, we saw him looking like the protagonist he is at the beginning of the match, right? He was meditating, he was really taking in everything and ready to attack.
I mean, that's definitely what Zeta Division does. You know, you're expecting depth, you're expecting Laz, and then new guns who are doing so darn well. For Global Esports, to your earlier point, Mika, I do think the ones to stop them, at least on the map like Lotus, has to be someone like Benkai. It's got to be lightning fast, because they are the ones playing the defensive agents, and if they can delay, if they can put a stop to them, then it would be good. But, you know, if Laz picks Chamber, and then he, like, out-snipes and out-ops them, you know, it might be a different story. So
Like
Laz,
kar do chat,
Chamber,
fatafat,
or
let's go.
Oh, we can wish for it. Who knows? Maybe it's too early to play that card. Maybe still, you know, waiting it out a bit. But I do want to turn attention to Global Esports just a bit, right? Because we're talking about how much improvement there is on Zeta Division. And again, it's been, you know, it's been how many matches so far for Global Esports. We're seeing teams slowly improve. Like, for example, Team Secret. But for Global Esports, it doesn't seem to be jiving just yet. And the question is, how much longer do we have to wait for this team to finally come together?
Yeah, I mean, I hope not long. I think there's good pieces in place here, but Benkai was struggling a little bit, and again, something that we talked about earlier is that Zeta clearly identified was to make sure to deal with his lurks, make sure to deal with some of his off angles that he tried to take. Like, every time he tried to take showers, it felt like that it was shut down by Zeta when they were on their defender side. They really keyed in and identified that as a position that they had to deal with quickly and effectively if they were going to get retakes successfully, and they did.
Yeah, to me, like, Global Esports sometimes looks like this team that
I
you got
can
all the
see
right
one
puzzle
gecko.
pieces,
It
you
deadlock
just gotta
bhi hai?
put them together. The other thing is just Lotus. We have
Omen,
we don't have that much data
Cypher,
on Global Esports as Lotus, except for like
2
last year, which is
initiator,
outdated.
1
So
sentinel.
this
Okay.
composition now. All right,
Udhar
we got
bhi-
Gecko coming in and the fade.
Yeah, Gecko's good everywhere now. Like,
दो
just period. Like,
controller,
there's so many ways to combo out.
एक initiator.
It's really, really good.
No
Yeah, definitely, yeah,
blind?
but
No
we are-
chamber.
We are no chamber
know.
just yet. I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna have to wait just a little bit longer. But right now, as we're seeing, you know, double initiator on the side of Global
But
and double controller on the side of Zeta.
Proper blind थोड़ी है
Yeah,
वो।
this is pretty much kind of their styles, right? Like, with the players they have in place, this is what they want to do.
वो तो
Yeah,
बस
well, we're gonna see
उसको तो
exactly
change
what
नहीं कर
they want
सकता
to
है
do
फिर
as we
तेरे
head
वो
into
नहीं
what
कर
could
सकता।
potentially be the
Single
final
initiator
map.
होता
Let's
तो
toss it on over to our casters, Achilles and Azurai.
Sky ही सही है यार।
Alrighty, here we go. Zeta
double
Division
smoke
up
कर लिया।
1-0 in the series, looking
वो अच्छा कंट्रोल करके
get that
खेलते हैं
2-0 push forward into
ना। यार
play-ins. It's
जीत जाओ
Global
भैंचोद।
fighting to survive, fighting to keep themselves here in the tournament. We will have Zeta first on the attack.
There is just that resounding disappointment that we're on Lotus and we don't see Laz on the chamber.
I think that's why I feel so low energy.
चल भाई, I believe in Benkai.
Well, give yourself some wings.
I believe in Russ. पर सब रेज मैप ही है यार। कुछ जेट मैप मिल जाते हैं भाई। सनसेट भी वही है।
We'll see how this goes.
Okay,
First and
control,
foremost, get that
okay.
paranoia off the rip.
अरे अरे
Rush forward here as Yuran
See strong रखो
spotting
boys,
this
see
out.
strong
Go
रखो।
ahead, back away. Looks like he makes the call. Over to Hiroron, says, no, I'm good. You don't have to backpedal. The rest of the team now
घुसेंगे ही
push their way forward here
strong
onto
ही
C site.
चाहिए।
Benkai over
एक साइड पुश करते हैं तो दूसरी साइड strong ही चाहिए। अरे अरे पीछे देखो पीछे पीछे।
Paint shells, pulling him down to 6.
बेटा,
Gets a
साइड से
headshot on the Hiroron, but
Clear.
cannot find the kill. Yuran in the meantime goes on
Bro.
this alert, finds 3, looks for a little bit more. Will get taken down, but now it's just going to be Blaze King all on his lonesome.
Try to find more, but he found the entire stash.
Oh,
अब हीरो रान
against the corner here.
बेट करेगा।
Is he ready? Yes, he is. He even gets him in the head.
ट्रेड ही नहीं
corner,
होते
so
यार
cannot find the
जल्दी।
kill. Depp will finish the round, and Zeta will go ahead and get themselves a second pistol win.
All these
4-3 बंदे ले जाओ यार
almost,
जंप वंप करते
right?
समय भी।
It's got to be frustrating for Global to be in Global Esports' shoes right about now. Especially with Euron hitting such sick shots. And yeah, again, so many tag players not able to convert into true kills.
What a celebration, a singular clap.
ये लोग ने last time भी तो हराया अपने को यार।
I did it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, if we're talking semantics here, he's probably just like thinking, I need to get back my, my keyboard, my fingers to my keyboard and my mouse. Nah, I'm just trolling. Probably not.
Yeah, enough time between the rounds. I think you can afford a couple extra claps there.
Just the one clap.
A clear.
Well, some forward pressure outside of C. Orb taken. Now everybody turn their sights back over here towards A, where Polvi is the closest player. That lets that pain shell go, which he does. Is this enough to tell him? Particularly with his scarring. Sugar Zero still hovering around, but it seems like the call coming through. So the rotation's now going to be started here for Global. See what kind of damage they can deal.
Well, this is it for Zeta, right? I mean, the call was to kind of just 5-stack.
Oh, damn.
What?
There's the rest. He's going to be able to away with 2 kills. Is recovered. Russ taking that one up. See what kind of damage he can get.
Lightning fast to कूद रहा है
Swings out. Brilliant shots coming across. Just tag up Blaze King a bit, but doesn't find the kill. Now Sugar Zero on his lonesome. Low on HP now. Blaze King not able to find it, but this was still a good amount of damage.
Lightning fast क्या कूद रहा है भाई दो first round में कूद रहा था अभी भी कूद रहा है.
For Blaze King, for the most part, actually, in a minute. Sugar Zero, I mean, because he was getting a lot closer to Blaze King, especially when he only had 125 HP. There was a slim chance that a burst tap from the classic could have gotten him at that distance.
Yeah. Every now and then the stars align for you. See, though, going into the bonus, Zeta still going to be heavily investing in these rifles. So now Blaze King going to be pushed back over onto the site. There's a really big push out from Global. Everybody rotating through Mount.
Come back.
Spin Kai. Maybe force away there for a brief moment. Takes a little bit of damage, knocked down to 81 HP. So far, nobody really paying attention behind them here. So potential opportunity for Global to get the jump on Zeta in this post plant.
There is Euron holding the angle there on box side. You can't see already Depp has positioned for it. There was a point where Laz put the turret on the rubble, but I think Zeta decides not to hold it. Somewhere closer on the side would have been better, or would be better.
चुपचाप सुमड़ी में कॉमेडी करने का.
Over towards the revolving door there is Depp.
अबे पीछे से info दे दी तो यार.
Round 3 by the way. And that one built up. He will get dropped. Blaze King once again going to be the last man standing. Given the investment here from Global, he's going to have to try to just drift away from this one. 1v4 just not.
अरे केजे का बैकस्टेप नहीं लगाया उसने कुछ तो फिर पीछे से तुम लोग वो गेको का वो फ्लैश वेस्ट यूज कर रहे थे यार.
Defended up until rubble.
अब भी लगाया देख टैरेट उसने. पहले नहीं था.
Depth was already on that showstopper phase, so they wanted to coax Global Esports to push more into the site where I'm assuming they just wanted to trap them in these kind of tighter situations.
I'd have to look back at it. Maybe I'll be able to glance at the replay. I'm not sure if it was a snake bite from Euron or if it was the volley that was sent outside of doors. So that's the case. Double stacked, you know, 2 of their nades in that position. Either way, then it's going to be another bonus conversion here from the side of Zeta. I mean, thinking back to Blind, we saw them pick up the first 6
Lightning
rounds.
fast क्या कर रहा है भाई? वो कॉर्नर नहीं चेक कर सीधा टीपी डोर खोल के घुसने का जा रहा है.
Rifle here from Blaze King.
Find you.
Yeah, there's the aggressive push out, but no one's home. All of Zeta Division on the other side of the map. And this one way, not really going to stop them for long. They're starting to creep up once again. And honestly, whether it's a straight push onto C long, you can see Zeta Division is prioritizing some form of orb control so that they can keep that, you know, that showstopper train rolling for depth much quicker.
Again, just move up to C, grab orb for depth, start working their way back over towards A. Global overcorrecting towards this side of the map. Blaze King this time though.
So
bit of a different spot. The Prowler gonna check around. Doesn't fully clear. Right as he's getting ready to actually eat the damage from the snake bite. To try to catch them by surprise. Depp just checks the right side, gets him in the head instantly.
I think Zeta
now they're going back to C.
Yeah, I mean, at Zeta at this point, they're just so honed in. Right? Every single corner they're gonna keep checking.
It's just the Global can catch a break here.
Yeah, they're trying to play tricky, right? They're pocketing themselves on corners. They're looking for certain angles, but ZETA has resources, has the time, has the capability to keep stretching global esports thin on a three-sided map like Lotus. It is very much more doable. And now,
oh boy,
yeah,
good on.
4K.
2 away from having that all ready to go. Nice adjustment to get the headshot. Depp here to try to cover, but okay, giving up a couple of weapons here. So a chance for some more damage to be dealt.
Well, he's got ulti.
Gun bhi hai, nikal sakta hai.
He does. Maybe they can get one more kill.
ये crossfire.
And they'd be willing to commit it, but the time actually is just, I think, a bit too low. Full shots. Sugar Zero still just trying to hold his ground here. Yep, the swings will come in. The kills will be found, and ZETA will move up to 4.
Wow. Again, global esports just
bhai,
lost in the jungle.
अब जितना बढ़ेगा भाई. अब जितना बढ़ेगा या तो टाइम आउट ले लो चुपचाप.
Do we go before the timeout comes in this time? Last time, it was right around this mark. Yeah, it was right after round 4. We saw the brakes get pumped. But seems like for now, not going to be the case.
Yeah, there's no light on stage.
Where to set up?
There's no no calls just yet.
Oh boy.
Yikes. Yikes. Is that the op away too?
बार-बार एक ही चीज करोगे तो सामने वाले रीड नहीं करेंगे
क्या? That's the case, then yeah, that thing's on the ground. Made the try to clear, lightning fast, getting caught by the paranoia, and Russ out front trying to get the tracking in. C's going to be connecting all the two, I do believe. Step, there's no interest in connector.
कर लिया अभी ओडिन उसने.
Just staring over towards Baby Door. Now taking a position in top B.
सेव भी करना पड़ेगा भाई.
The thing here when you have an Odin, attack or defense doesn't matter. There's so many angles that you can use immediately at the start of the round to get some contact in, and that was, I think, the first time that we saw that. So GE probably wasn't anticipating it. They wanted to get the catch off, and it just blows up in their face. This is the kind of rounds where you're like, are they sus? Because it feels like they're reading us way too well. Do they know what we're doing? The hard reads from ZETA Division, just countering out any single start of round they're kind of hoping
Timing
for.
over, well,
the off does get recovered. It does get some value. Depp going to be taking down the TP up top. And Kai here within and gets himself a cheeky little kill. Swaps back over to the operator, 7 HP. He wants to hold on to this so desperately.
What a hero.
ZETA so badly wants to take it out of his hands. He knows that the door was open. Tries to get the timing there, and had Laz continued swinging out, I think he actually would have had the connection. Lightning fast, he'll hold on to his Phantom, but the op will be lost.
What a hero move there from Benkai. But yeah, there it is. I mean, I only saw a glimpse of it on the scoreboard, right? I was like, yeah. A commitment. There's the timeout we're talking about. It was probably because they had a plan set with that sniper of theirs, and now losing it immediately, you know, puts global in critical thinking space. They need to change something up. Or maybe just take a breather, because ZETA Division, they've been saying that set the pace every single round.
That they have been. I mean, it's just completely been dictated by them. The whole way throughout thus far, and every time Global tries to get some piece of utility, some weapon that it feels like it's going to give them an advantage, well, then, you saw it right there.
Yeah.
Odin spray through the wall. Operator on the floor. It's a nice little volley from Benkai at the end to be able to find those 3 kills, trying to get that, that neural theft ready.
क्या सीन है स्ट्राइकर भाई, क्या लगता है जी जीतेगी?
She does
क्या
have.
जी जीतने वाली है चैट?
That's been about it actually.
बताओ भाई.
The neural theft.
Okay, they're still gonna buy that operator for Polvi here.
This is a nice spot.
This time though, he's gonna be swinging
स्ट्राइकर भाई क्या
out on
लगता है तुमको?
but well, no buts. There actually will be a spread out peak here, so there is an opportunity for Polvi to make contact happen, and he might actually go for the wider swing on Mound.
I expect that they're still going to haunt over the top. Or no, they're going to lead with a Prowler, which does not go deep enough to actually spot him behind this box. The Moombot as well expires.
So good. ये लोग क्या है सेंस यार, ये लोग को कैसे पता चल जाता है?
Forward position here for Lightning Fast, just in case they catch anybody trying to advance forward in towards B. This Poison Orb just going to be set up in stairs. That's already Next to Orb here.
बेनकाई भाई मारो भाई.
Drifting away, and Zeta just keeping things very hush-hush.
But Polvi is getting a lot of information as he pushes further into Mound. Yeah, this is going to be that
ओमन ने
DXQ.
स्मोक किया उधर. अब ओमन का जब स्मोक जाएगा
Going out,
तो
not
वाइपर
gonna be
स्मोक
spotting
बंद
anything.
करेगा.
Nate the check over at drop trap wires. Maybe to try to
उससे
slow
क्या
them
है
up a little bit
ज़्यादा
here.
कंट्रोल.
Just trying to fish for that camera there.
कहीं तो कैमरा लगा है.
It's finally gone now. Is okay. Dive over to the side there with the thrash, looking for the stun up, but you can't. They're not able to find it. Hero gets back by showstopper out the hole, but he's shut down. Depp gets the kill.
क्या
He's gonna find lightning fast.
And they're out of the sight.
Yeah, I mean the tracers are there. Last pack forward. Oh my goodness, he's just breaking Russ's wrist.
कैमरा
Finds
से
the
जो
kill,
उसको
just
bully
sliding
कर रहा
on past him. Now pushing up, looking for more, and he's got him. A flawless round where it seemed like it definitely should not have been. But Zeta Division
It's
continue
not
onward, now
looking
6-0.
good for us.
Okay, so from my perspective, Polvi wanted to use his showstopper through that smoke. I want to see the POV if we can from depth. Unfortunately, we could not.
Oh, just getting him while he's trying to recover his util.
Yeah, that thrash turned into his graveyard. But I mean, that's the strength as well as the change on the doors on Lotus, right? You hear those kind of utilities, you're like, open the door right now. They can exit very quickly. That punish play from Polvi just turned it around on its head.
Wow,
And
good
he's
one.
still on an operator.
One-way smoke set up here.
उसको expect करना पड़ेगा, left से आ सकता है.
Just a couple of inches away from being spotted. Depp tapping the orb, backing off. Polvi
देख रहे हैं? सी पे sound देख के भाई.
Since the paint shells just to try to
अरे
clear.
क्या smoke दिया है?
And the smoke was up. And Depp just swinging back in. Blaze King trying to get a
पूरा
punish.
open आ गया
Trying
था
to catch these players that are rotating. Because I mean, this maneuver has been done so many times now already from
क्या
Zeta.
raid करते हैं
Check
भाई
over
ये
at
लोग.
C. Try to grab the orb. Rotate to A. Blaze King tries to intercept with. Ends up getting caught. Now Benkai stuck in behind the tree. Fox inside for Prowler. Confirm that he is still here. And he just gets flushed now. Russ actually pushing in behind his own. The wingman able to find a nice little punish. Gets himself a second kill. Yodan going to be taken down. Do they do it again? It was in round 7 that they were able to find their first round victory there on Bind.
There.
Maybe history bound to repeat itself here on Lotus. Polvi gets himself up onto the high ground.
देखा ओमन का कमाल.
Plant resumes.
मतलब दो controller का कमाल.
Spike planted.
From rope, one from stairs. Alarm bot is there from Laz to catch lightning fast on the push-up, however. He's going to drop down the smoke. Push up. There you go. Alarm bot triggered.
ऐसा hold करके बैठे थे सब.
Looking. Can't scope in fast enough to find Hierodon. Sugar Zero. There to find the finisher.
0-13 से हारोगे क्या
History will not repeat. Zeta will just continue looking dominant.
Wow.
ये निकलेगा, let's go.
What
ये round है, ये round
control
निकलेगा.
from Zeta Division here. And this is
वो लोग
the,
बहुत
the saying for
confident
Global that everything that could go wrong will go wrong. And it has. Look at it. The timing for Global Esports should have been fine. Pushing out upstairs, sure, it's obvious now to Zeta Division. That's a very quick timeout. I'm pretty sure it's again from Global Esports.
Yeah, I mean, these are basically back-to-back, just 2 rounds separating.
पोलवी से अच्छा है.
And I mean, that's just true.
Yeah.
Just desperation here.
Yeah, they are
Divisional word सुनो है.
very much at red alert at this point. Again, I just wanted to say they were coming into the site, and then
Search कर.
Heron was just holding in near the spike himself, started to push forward once he heard the commotion coming in from stairs, and then the timing on Polvi's
बेंकाई पता है PRX में था. Paper X.
he couldn't see him through the scope.
और अभी रॉसी कहाँ खेल रहा है?
The percentage chance that actually happens on Polvi has happened way too many times.
RNT.
It really does suck to be in
Paper
that
X से
position.
एक बंदा इधर आया है. G से एक बंदा RNT
Global
में गया है.
Esports.
तो ही देख
Wow, I mean, it's still somewhat early to
हाँ तो
say,
वही तो
but
भाई combination तो बनना चाहिए कम से
turning
कम भाई
into
कॉल
a
इतने
game
सालों
that
से
Zeta
वो खेल
Division
ले
could
क्या कुछ
अरे
will
तो
likely
हर
you know,
टीम में हर कोई
first one to
परमानेंट
kick
नहीं
off.
रहता है भाई.
Again, too early
ऐसा
to say.
लगता है तुम लोग को तो फिर
That was a rarity, you know, last year. What, just the one?
सोच लो थोड़ा. कौन सी भी टीम में कोई परमानेंट नहीं रहता भाई.
Maybe if it
सब
happens
लोग का
here,
टाइम होता है.
if
उसके
Zeta
टाइम
pull
में
that
उस
off,
पे मचा.
GE will go on to win
अभी दूसरों की
champions.
बारी है.
Works for EG. Maybe that's
सबको
the
मौका
magic.
मिलता है ना भाई.
Blaze King.
सबका टाइम आता है, सबका टाइम जाता है भाई.
Luckily get away
अपने
without
अपने
taking
टाइम पे
damage.
नाम बना लो. जो रॉसी ने किया है
Locked
भाई.
in. Smoke coming down. Trying to further stop this push from coming in.
They can take their sweet time as well because Showstopper is available for depth here, so I think they're just cooking again. Yeah.
ये ड्रैगन वाली शेरिफ है क्या रे जो
maybe coaxing
ड्रैगन
G
निकलता है
to play some crossfire angles in tricky spots, but since they do have a player like Euron who has that awareness, now they know something's up.
ये वापस भी जाएंगे या तो सी जाएंगे देख.
Forward position there in the stairs, hanging unscouted though. But never mind, Euron will be able to catch Russ. Step now, shorty in hand.
अबे डिप.
Just around the corner, that reload is going to be heard, but as they try to swing in, Laz right
ये
out in
मैच
front of
तो
main.
गया
Gun down to Depp will
मतलब ये पूरी
eventually line
सीधी
up
सी
the
गई
shot
है.
there onto Benkai. It's going to be another flawless here. As Zeta will not be dissuaded. 8-0 utter dominance, but this is the round that the timeout's called for. This is the buy coming back in for GE.
13-0 नहीं हारना भाई.
And once they started to see, once that Bootbot actually spotted the tripwire,
अटैक में निकाल सकते हो लोग.
you immediately see the rotation from Zeta Division just go straight into the other side. They know already that there's something up there on that A side now that they've transitioned Benkai in.
Zeta.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. This is going to be the round where they try to make something happen again.
पीछे जाएंगे वो लोग
Cleared, Polvi. Fine for
वो
now.
लोग बहुत स्मार्ट है भाई.
As Sugar Zero holding behind the boxes, waiting to see if there's going to be any more
उनका
forward aggression
IGL
coming
कौन है
through.
भाई?
See who's
Sugar
patient.
Zero है ना?
Where's Thin first?
Sugar Zero.
Step up on top, maybe looking for a showstopper entry.
दिखा क्या woman pick नहीं चला गया भाई.
It's like okay, Sugar Zero
ZETA,
back away.
VALORANT,
Prowler
ID,
locking onto him there the very last second.
Laz. Oh, Laz है.
G, three players corralled, ready to intercept over here at A, but now it's looking like the call from Zeta might be to not attack this site at all.
Yeah, I mean, they're still pretty cautious
बहुत
that,
smart
you
है
know,
भाई Laz.
funneling themselves in when they don't know where Blaze King is,
Nice.
who that Nightfall is.
Have they read that Polvi is still going to be in this
but instant
position?
trade हो जाएगा यार. बहुत
Not yet.
बहुत wide है भाई.
3-3 आ रहे भाई.
ओह रिलेशन सही है.
Let's go. Polvi in the 2-for-1. The Prowler just
वापस
gets
ही
the
जाएंगे ये
punch,
लोग.
but
ए पे दो बंदे
still
होल्ड किए थे ना
damage
उन लोग
dealt.
के.
Now the TP over. Lightning
तो
Fast
धीरे-धीरे
arriving
बढ़
at
रहा है,
the
ये
C site.
cypher
Everybody
down
else from Zeta pivoting back over towards
30
A.
seconds left.
Smoke coming down.
कर दे cypher
Top
आगे
rope.
थोड़ा बढ़ गया.
Benkai.
5v4, 5v3. Easy retake.
Paranoia going to be sent through over a tree.
ये राउंड तो हार नहीं सकते भाई. नहीं अरे यार अल्ट है.
Invested Euron. They don't want to give this up. They want that perfect record.
अल्ट है लाला. अल्ट है.
Okay, let's see. Blaze King, excuse me, has the Nightfall Prowler in hand, so he can at least trace one player if the Nightfall hits anybody, which it certainly might be if he just targets it inside that pit. Oh, the camera also gives them that information. Here comes the retake.
Laz needs to be careful. If they get that neural theft off, then that could allow them to flush Euron out of this pit. Now though,
Wow.
the Nightfall expiring.
Wow.
Euron taking it low.
Nice.
Get the hell
Let's
off
go.
of that Molly, but he cannot. Russ will take him out.
Thank you भाई. एक राउंड तो जीते तुम लोग यार. एक राउंड तो जीते
on the
भाई.
board at long last.
ये क्या
chances
glitch
for
है
a
भाई
perfect record
डिफ्यूज
here
का.
for Zeta Division, and you're absolutely right. That was,
Thank you भाई.
again, you know, blink it and you'll miss. The one who doesn't move gets paid the most. And Polvi held this angle for half of that round, and he got two on a collateral.
वो रेज ने वहाँ पे डाउन किया दो. आया मोटिवेट.
You have to take anything you can get right now.
वो जरूरी था.
Let's be frank here. I mean, this is a very bad situation. I'm not going to be a snake oil salesman and say like things are going great. I think Global can come back in this. They're getting trashed right now. But they need more rounds like that. They need performances like that from Boldy.
90%
They don't
Zeta.
have any hope of turning this.
80% Zeta.
He's right back onto the same spot.
100% Zeta.
Easy over the top, Laz tucking
अरे
behind the
तू
box.
चुप रे. Ultra.
Also coming down. Wingman instantly locking on. They're going to try to clear him.
क्या हो गया?
Yes. We'll find one.
कहता है 100
Get out. Exchange is found.
आराम से.
The rest of the team though pushing their way forward onto A once more. Benkai crept up. Flush against the wall, inside stairs. Cam again situated over towards tree, not cleared for the moment.
Everybody's just quiet here from Zeta. they are not giving any information away. Thrash used by Russ here. Any value?
The scout spray coming down. Kane not going to be found. Deb drawing out that showstopper, just trying to keep him at bay. He does get caught by the C's, but there's just nothing that Blaze King can do to try to get an angle here. Showstopper about to expire. He sends it around the corner, and he's just too close. Blaze King ends up getting taken out. Lightning fast pushing point, however, will be able to find Yuran. 2v3. And before I can even say another word, Yuran and Sugar Zero will close out the round.
उसकी patience देखी क्या?
Allowing for GE.
जब मेरी अल्ट खत्म होने आएगी तब मैं अल्ट मारूंगा क्योंकि मैं उतना ही टाइम बाय कर सकता हूँ अपने टीम के लिए मेरा प्लान हो चुका है मुझे पीक दे के मारने की जरूरत नहीं है
kind of stacked up on top of each other. Sure, you get trade immediately, but that's your star fragger down, and then Russ has to rotate all the way around.
टाइम बाय कर सकता हूँ अपनी टीम के लिए मैं उतना टाइम बाय करूंगा ये किया बाय डेट
थोड़ा लेफ्ट
It's only gonna happen one time.
Fade out. Benkai does get clipped by that. Forces him back. Better spawn now. The lockdown going to be dropped in by Laz. Benkai going to have to respect this in the end. As Depp gets himself very far forward through this smoke over at Waterfall, where Lightning Fast trying to use that Oda tech against him, and will be able to do so successfully. Everybody else going for the four-man approach.
No abilities.
Showstopper at the ready, jumping up over
No
the top.
abilities.
Get the headshot before the rocket can be released.
Reveal क्यों नहीं किया Blaze King भाई?
The tools taken away from them here. Now the 4v4. Dizzy not spotting anything. Lightning fast on the spray. Finds another one. Sugar Zero going to be taken down.
Let's go भाई. Let's go.
Dropped. Russ and Blaze King will find
चलो 9-3 करो फटाफट 9-3 करो और कर्स में उनको डुबा
Huge
दो.
retake there from Global Esports. They're feeding the ultimate here to Russ coming into this last round.
सब momentum की बात है भाई. एक बार momentum switch हो गया.
There was this point where Benkai had his camera up. I think he was trying to give information for Polvin. Polvin just still wanted to check where he could reliably throw out his ultimate rather than just dash in and, you know, kind of be that spear tip for the rest of Global Esports to start pouring into the side for that retake. That being said, still going to be again a successful retake for Global Esports. They are stopping ZETA.
The last round of the half, Deb coming out here with the attack operator. Again, Yuran just poking and prodding over at A.
Oh,
Deb jumping forward, and he's going to peek in.
आधा दिख गया था
Lightning
पहले.
fast. Says, yeah, I'll eat some damage just to be able to clear that Odin out.
Nice one.
Will be another one in the hands of Benkai. As the door gets tapped, he's going to have to start rotating back over here towards Waterfall, but the smoke comes down, and the Prowler goes in the chase. Wow, same time.
ये भी अपना राउंड लग रहा है.
Does get chomped. So just pull back.
He gets away.
Plan
Really timed that doorway. Anyways, Benkai. Master wallbang.
Spray through.
अरे
We'll be trying to approach from behind. Let's get taken down. Laz with a nice little lurk. Again, the tap on here with the spike. The tap, however, holding the angle. The shot across before the Dizzy can come in. Benkai picks up one. Step and Laz. Try to see if they can convert this and get a 10 into half.
नहीं लास्ट ले लेगा उसको.
Forward gun barrel about to be sees it. Blaze King with the adjustment comes up with a kill.
चल यार ऑफ पे.
30 seconds left.
Not revealing. Spike grabbed.
1v1 नहीं बच्चा. डेप है वो.
76 HP to get it done. Benkai in the back.
Double peek में down.
Doesn't see anything as he
9-3. कर्स भाई कर्स चाहिए अपने को. कर्स की बहुत जरूरत थी. Please.
That was a huge round
I
given by Benkai.
निकाले ना कैसा
He
अभी
stopped the
थोड़ा
plan
सा
on the
अच्छा
spike,
लग रहा है.
and he stops the plan on the possible plan.
मेरे को लगा 0-13 है भाई.
Excuse me, I'm losing my words now. But
भाई कर्स हो
with the
चुका
help of
है.
the Odin,
लेकिन
because of that,
नहीं होगा कर्स.
they just held Z even without touching the site itself. What an absolute god of wallbang Benkai has been for that one round. And 9-3, damage is done against Global, but it's been remedied somewhat in these past 3 rounds.
Just a bit, but there's still a lot of work to be done for GE and their fans watching. They are very much believing in curses.
I love the 9-3 curse. It does happen a lot. What happened to this one, though?
The 9-3 curse isn't real. Comeback gameplay, that's what's real.
Ah, okay. The more scientific reasoning for it.
Yes.
Not
मेरा भी
superstitious.
ऐसे ही टकला पड़ गया है जी के
Okay,
कोड
okay.
जैसा.
Frequency is too low for it to be a curse. Anyway, we'll get ready to go into this one.
तो सही है आप कोच बन जाओ.
Zeta now swap themselves over onto the defense, and it's looking like maybe a really big send here at the B
मतलब जो
site.
टकला हो गया कोच जब.
Ping's coming down. Actually going to route
टकला
through
घूमिंग
connector,
white.
or at least warning that there could be rotation
double
coming
tap,
through there
one tap
once this
से
round
change
does
करके
begin.
टकला one tap रखो.
टकला बनता है वहाँ.
Depth is 18 kills. I was just noticing that. Polvi, after that one round where he got the 4K, that's the only time that he got the continuous kills from that first half. The other one was just the 2, and then Zeta got like 8 rounds before he got that 4K. So
yeah.
Polvi's return here hasn't been the best.
On out, going to be cleared. 4 just aggressive paint shell use there from Depp. As Russ about to.
ये तो अपने रैंक जैसे आ गए भाई.
Come forward. Yoran this time not able to line up the shots. Takes quite a bit of damage.
Wow.
Snake bite. No push over top of the vulnerable.
अरे
He
उसने
loses life
जब
there.
पुश किया तभी उसने डाल दी.
Break out through the baby door now is Depp. As well as Sugar Zero come rotating in and lightning fast. He is surrounded inside of this smoke. They don't know about it.
Nice यार एक
Spotty
अच्छा
Blaze
बॉल था.
King, his wingman gets the plant. The Dizzy goes up over the top.
बट उन्हें पता है कि वाइपर है वहाँ पे.
Put here on lightning fast, but he's been spotted.
ये रस निकाल दे. दो बंदे
Is
किड
he
डाउन.
ready for the
क्या
close
बात
angle?
है?
The answer's going to be no. He's just way
Low
too
था
low
वो.
on HP. Russ
अरे
now
यार.
gonna be paranoid.
Okay.
Does manage to find
अरे
one.
भाई.
A decent parting gift, but the defuse is there.
सैंडविच हो गया है ये तो.
Zeta Division 3-1 in pistols and now 10-3 in
मोए मोए.
The reason you see Zeta is not,
अब
pouring into the
करना
site.
पड़ेगा ये लोग को.
Enriching how
एक ही चीज बोलना है मेरे को.
Lightning Fast was lurking. If you
No
look at
cards,
the line
no
of sight for
cards.
Depp,
कोई
he was
cards
actually
नहीं
looking
लगा.
towards the B side from Baby Door. Very much aware of
मुझे एक ही चीज बोलना
where
है
a
डम्बो भाई.
possible flank could be. But that
आज
one was
जीतेंगे
huge.
कल
There was some
जीतेंगे
overheating
रोज
there
आते.
for, some overreaching there for Polvi where he really wanted to get that kill.
ये तो बात सही है.
Even
ये
pushing
जी
to the
का
snake
मेन
bite.
टाइटल होना चाहिए.
That's some wishful thinking, but it blows up in his
Change करो.
face very quickly.
Thinking about it, there actually was a ping as they were rotating over towards A on that smoke that Lightning Fast was lurking with.
10-4.
There you go. Seems like the awareness
Let's
there
go.
from Zeta.
जी.
They're so sharp this game.
Yeah, just
10-4 होएगा.
layers upon layers.
उसके
As
बाद
right now, Depp,
10-5.
Benkai basically shoulder to shoulder.
10-6, 10-7. ऐसा
Judge to be
कमबैक
fair,
आने
we'll
वाला,
see if
कमबैक
that
आने वाला.
fight
ले
does come to
एक
fruition.
प्लीज भाई. ले लो यार कमबैक. मार दे जी भाई.
Now used over here.
अरे
Oh,
क्या.
no, Russ's head showing. Spike still there on the floor. Benkai gets
खड़े
another
हो जाओ
step off
सामने
screen.
इसके.
As the door gets tapped, Yuran. Oh, sees them
Map में
already
देख के
entering
मारा
in here onto the site. Planted in the corner. Rush
Benkai.
Benkai does manage to hound him down.
3v3 यार ये निकाल दो भाई.
Cost.
फिर वो लोग सेव करेंगे.
This is what, a force buy again from
Winnable
GE?
round है ये
It
तो.
is.
निकाल दे.
Times desperate measures, but if they can
Yeah.
get the round win here, it will be very worth it. Valor scouts onto one.
Sugar Zero.
One dropped in. Sugar Zero rush off the
Bhai.
back of that. Great timing between he and Hiroron to find the punish and give themselves the man
बेटा यार
advantage once
power
more.
है.
On finding Blaze King. Sugar Zero getting Benkai.
GG.
Unfortunately here for the side of GE, the force buy does
Shut
not
up.
hold water.
ना value start करो.
So a couple of things. First one,
मैं पहले ही
kill by
बोल दिया
Laz
यार.
through that smoke. That was
तू
Sugar
बोले
Zero's
ना
fault.
इसलिए वो
So
लोग बोले
that
कि
was
यार
an
चल
intentional
अल्ट्रॉन
smoke
बोले तो
that
हार
they
जाते
did
हैं ना.
so that Laz would have that specific
पैसा
angle
दिएगा
to get
अल्ट्रॉन.
that first kill.
कितना?
The other one is
Eh?
on that post mount.
Ooh.
I didn't even realize that
क्या
how he got that
छोटी
second
पीक
kill.
में मार रहा है
Also,
भाई.
yeah, this postman right here, they played the farther angles with a Stinger and a Spectre. Farther angles with SMGs, not really the best when your opponents have Bulldogs.
तुम ज़ेटा का बच्चे समझ रहे हो.
Again, it's going to be the force up. Just anything that they can try to
कौन
start
रे
together. They
कौन
want to
बच्चे
stop
समझा
Zeta from
मुझे
getting
पता
this
ना एक बार.
up to match point. Just jump
कौन याद
across,
कर रहा
step,
है भाई?
force off the angle there with the outlaw. As Russ can safely recover that Dizzy.
There.
Tap on the door, but already this really heavy presence here from the side of the Zeta Division. If they were to go for a B pivot right now, honestly, wouldn't be a bad spot for GE. And now that they break down that baby door, that might just be the call.
टैप के खतरों में क्यों जा
Step
रहे
is
हो?
just trying to fish for some
समझ में नहीं आ रहा.
shots here. He's only got 6 bullets left, so
अभी एक
gotta
बार
be careful on that one. And that will get dropped. Snake bite to go ahead for the delay. Smoke comes in. Looks like for now, Yuran just going to lurk within it.
Oh, देखा क्या?
See over the top, but yet another snake bite, just keeping them locked in
Flash.
position.
अब एक मेरे को नई चीज सीखने मिली.
Wingman now
ये
will
तो
go
पहले
forward,
भी
trying to
मालूम
play down.
था ना पहले भी सिखाया
Spotted.
गया था ये वाला.
Kill comes through.
Spike planted.
Plant is in for G.
Oh yeah.
GG यार ये तो.
Crash coming, paint shells at Dep's feet.
क्या यार?
Waits a very long time, but it's
GG, come back to India, guys.
just gets toned by Hiroron.
No.
Just wasn't ready for it at all. Paranoia now crashing across. Russ trying to watch up above. Does manage to put some damage down on the Yuran, and Benkai has so much pressure applied, but Hiroron turns back.
Defuse.
Gets the read, gets the kill, and the defuse is getting stuck.
क्या करेगा?
4 bullets left. Not a hope in hell. ZETA Division take it up to match point.
इतना गंदा
I was
नहीं
about
हारना
to say
था
that
यार.
buy for Global
अच्छी fight
Esports,
देके हारते
even though
तो
they did have
अलग
the
बात
rifles,
थी
it felt
भाई.
like a desperation buy. Half shields all abound. ZETA realized it. I mean, there wasn't any big kills on the outlook, but come on.
Let's be clear. They've all been desperation buys.
Dominate किया है.
I'm not trying to be mean,
Yeah.
but it ain't
has
been good.
Yeah. I mean, these are, again, them wanting to turn somewhat the tide and hope to string a few rounds in. But
उनने ये
ultimately
बताने की
leads to
कोशिश
ZETA
करी
having
9-3
easier
हमारे
retakes
पे
for
नहीं चलता.
themselves, I feel.
The one way. Should have heard that TP up, but enough util push their way to force them back. So Denver
Fnatic
now
जीत जाती.
has to get off the angle. Paint shell is available, however.
They're still
It's a
pushing for
full
it.
5-man send outside of C at the moment. Boomba cleared. Depth down. It's gonna be nade for nade. Let's get in. C's connected. Smoke dissipating right as the dizzy hits, but gonna blast pack out.
फिर भी वो लोग को उधर ही जाना भाई. 1 मिनट है तुम लोग
Swings
के
the corner
पास
to
यार.
confirm that nobody's made it into the site. The wingman now starting to advance forward. Cyber Cage comes up, but not fast enough. Euron spots one, spots another. Double kill coming in. Nice answering fire. This range looking decent. Comes up with some eliminations here for the side of GE. Laz finds another as those neural depth reveals come in. Laz finds him, and the wall bang from Euron will finish the job. A 3K from him. 3 rounds for GE. ZETA Division. They keep themselves.
पिछले टाइम भी 2 नहीं ला रहा है. इस बार भी 2 नहीं ला रहा है.
A series for ZETA Division here. In that last
Levels,
round,
bro, levels.
you saw that Global Esports were so set into pushing into that C site. And I mean, I gotta give it to them. It looked like it was falling apart. Then they started getting kills. And then they just couldn't push through the smoke. And it started falling apart even more. And you were absolutely, I didn't even know where that tag came in and got that ping on Blaze King to get him shot through the wall. In any case, ZETA Division, what a showcase of force, of strength. And again, this team definitely someone to be reckoned with.
Own कर दिया.
And it's just time and time again with this squad. Even with the newer players coming in who
The
play.
coach is proving to be wrong, as you can see, and if you say
When
coach
their
is
backs are
right,
against
player
the
is
wall
wrong.
and that elimination is there, they managed to rally back. We saw
Sure
it from them
be
in
it,
the
but
LCQ.
something
This
is
was their
wrong. We all
chance
can.
to make it into the play-ins, to
I
keep
agree.
themselves
So
afloat in
instead
this
of believing
tournament.
blindly that if they are
They
India,
rise
we
to
gotta
the
support
occasion
no
once
matter
more.
what.
Unfortunate
Believing
here
we
for
all
the side of
can
Global
make them
Esports,
better
but
by
of course,
proving mistakes.
we can look forward to seeing more of them. An improved version of this team.
भाई कोई भी खेले इंडिया से बाहर कोई भी टीम
Sure, I
खेले
mean, this is the day
मैं
of
जिसको
elimination, so
पसंद नहीं करता हूँ
really
अगर वो
can't
भी जाके इंडिया को
expect
रिप्रेजेंट
everybody
कर
to
रहा है
be
ना भाई
coming into the
मैं उसको
playoffs.
सपोर्ट करूंगा
मैं जाऊंगा मेरे को करोगे.
There is some hope there. There's some
तू हो
glimmer. We've
जाएगा
seen
तू
some
भी
of the
तेरे को
good
भी करेगा
games
कोई
that, you know,
दूसरा
Kobe
जाएगा
and the rest
उसको
of
भी
Global
करेगा
Esports were able to do when they had that match
अपना
against
काम
Bleed.
है भाई एज अ इंडियन ब्रो तो अगर वो
The ZETA
कम्युनिटी
Division,
से है
with the kind of refreshed approach that they've had in the game with their coach,
क्योंकि और कोई टीम
just
नहीं है
something
फिर
special, honestly.
And with every outing, they
आनी चाहिए और
continue to just look a bit better and better. I mean, obviously, still things very much that need to be improved based on what we saw from them versus T1.
Giving my girlfriend
Sunset in
water.
particular, I shared similar concerns as Paper Thin, who was talking about it on the analyst desk before this matchup. If this goes to 3, how much improvement could ZETA have found on that map in a very short period of time?
Yeah.
We'll have to wait a little bit longer to find out.
They have possible rematch to happen here. Of course, everybody just again. These are the supporters for ZETA. Showing what.
ये कौन है? ये भी अच्छी है।
हाँ चलो भाई मैं रैंक पुश करके
मोबाइल गेम्स पढ़ के हो गया तो मैं नहीं पढ़ रहा।
ब्लडी मानव किधर है मेरा मानव 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 मानव
हाँ अरे ये क्या है भाई, ये कौन अब बहन का भाई। इसका भी वो हो गया हैक। 50 स्ट्रीम का लिंक दे रहा है साला।
कौन?
एक है मेरे सर्वर पे भी है वो बंदा, अभी मेरे को भेजा डीएम पे।
ले 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 ले
हट अरे भेंचो इसको निकालना पड़ेगा, स्पैम दे
किसकी
रहा है।
आईडी से आऊं मैं, किसकी आईडी से आऊं? एचएसके भाई की आईडी से आता हूं।
तेरे को बुलाया किसने? ये तो बता।
आपका रैंक पुश नहीं कराना?
रैंक पुश नहीं कराना? तू कौन है भाई कर मेरा रैंक पुश करवाने?
अरे अब फिर हट जाओगे, फिर बोलोगे आ जा रिट्रोन।
हट जाओगे बहन चुप। तेरे से रैंक पुश कराऊं?
हाँ
साले बूस्टेड।
जीतोगे तो बूस्टेड कह रहे हो, बट जीतोगे तो फिर भी
क्या
बूस्टेड
जीतोगे तो बूस्टेड कर रहे हो?
बूस्टेड होने के बाद भी मैं जिता दूंगा।
अरे जा रे।
छी भाई, नहीं जीत पाओगे, अकेले नहीं जीत पाओगे। बद्दुआ लगेगी मेरी आपको, रैंक को बता दे रहा हूँ। अभी आप डायमंड 2 पे हो, सोच लो मैं ऐसी बद्दुआ लगाऊंगा।
अच्छा
वैसे जब आपने पोस्ट डाली थी ना असेंडेंट की,
तू
तो
नहीं
मैंने
लगाया था ना? हाँ मालूम है मेरे को।
तू ही होगा भोसड़ी का पता।
तू ही है भाई। बोलता अरे मैं तो बूस्ट होके क्या डब्बू भाई खुद से क्या कैसे हो सकता है ये, यही बोला रहेगा। तू ही है, तू ही है।
काला जादू, फिर काला जादूगर आप है।
आज भी तू नहीं करा, तभी हार गई भाई, बता रहा हूँ।
अब मैं इमोर्टल 2 जाऊंगा ना तो डालूंगा, इमोर्टल 1 पे नहीं डालूंगा।
जब तक आप असेंडेंट पहुंचोगे फिर से कर दूंगा। ए देना सिद्धार्थ पासवर्ड आईडी फिर से
लेना।
दे आईडी पासवर्ड
ले
बोल।
दे रहा तो लेना।
ए शांति से सच्ची सच्ची बोल रहा हूँ, चाहिए मेरे को आईडी पासवर्ड।
तो दे तो रहा हूँ। अच्छा आईडी पास
रुका, एचएसके भाई की आईडी कहाँ है? इसमें ही होगी। इतने कहाँ रखी?
अरे तू अल्ट्रॉन फिर
आ रहा हूँ भाई, मैं तो खेल ही रहा हूँ भाई।
तो फिर कोई और आ गया तो फिर तेरे को जा। ये रेज का आईडी से तू है या
मैं ही हूँ। आएगा क्या? ब्लडी को भी बुला लो।
क्या?
अरे हिचकियाँ आ रही है मेरे को।
ए मेरे को देना सिद्धार्थ
जब तक इम्प्रूव नहीं करते तुम लोग तो आना नहीं।
इधर क्या दूं मैं तेरे को?
आईडी पास
किसकी?
एचएसके भाई की।
एचएसके भाई से पूछ के देना पड़ेगा।
हाँ कॉल करके पूछ भाई खेलू कि नहीं।
पूछ भाई, तू पूछ। मैं नहीं खेलूंगा तो तू खेलने वाला पूछ ले।
अरे उन्होंने दी थी यार, कहीं चली गई, पहले दी थी बहुत पहले।
दी थी।
अरे यार दे ना तू यार, ढूंढनी पड़ेगी पूरी जगह हर डिस्कॉर्ड पे।
भाई डम्बो भाई से मांग ले, डम्बो भाई के पास भी है।
अरे तू देना। हाँ डम्बो भाई ने
आईडी की बकचोदी तुम ही करना।
डम्बो भाई ने दी थी, मैं देखता ऊपर। दे स्टार्ट।
फोन किधर है?
यार इनका तो बहुत ऊपर है आईडी पास।
गेम के बाद एंड
यार
भाई मेरे कीबोर्ड की लाइट ही चली गई है।
कौन सा कीबोर्ड है तुम्हारा?
रॉयल क्लर्च।
मेरा एंटी स्पोर्ट्स का कीबोर्ड की बीटी लग गया, कीबोर्ड का डब्ल्यू खराब हो गया, शिफ्ट खराब हो गया, क्या बोले।
दे रहा है सिद्धार्थ।
ले लेना झुक तो।
अरे आईडी पास पूछ रहा हूँ दे।
अच्छा आईडी पासवर्ड क्या?
हाँ
रुक।
नहीं दे रहा तो फिर मेरे पास एक और आईडी है। यार वैसे दोनों ही आईडी सही है। जाने नहीं। अरे यार तू अभी सुबह
क्या?
खेला था मैं। रुक 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 मैं दूसरे।
ना ना ना, गोल्ड
दूस
वाले तो नहीं भाई।
नहीं भाई।
नहीं भाई, सॉरी सॉरी
सुन रुक फिर मैं वैनम वर्ड कोई और से पूछ।
सॉरी
मैं एक बंदे से पूछ के आ रहा हूँ वो साइड से खेलने तो नहीं है।
सॉरी। देख लिया है जेफ, जेफ की गलती हम लोग ने कर दी है। सॉरी। स्टिल अलाइव? इतना बड़ा एडी एडी?
क्या बोलती पब्लिक। कहाँ गया आईडी पास।
ज्यादा हीरो क्यों बन रहा है?
Match found.
कौन?
तू
हीरो हूँ। हीरो बन
लौड़े का हीरो ही तू मेरे।
हीरो हूँ तो हीरो बनूंगा।
ब्रो ये ब्रीम का क्या मूवमेंट है यार?
वामोस।
Death match. Warm up.
मूवमेंट तो उसका आता है भाई। क्या वो मटक मटक के।
एच देख भाई तू लड़कों लोगों का।
ओए अपने वीसी में इक्वल आया रहेगा, उसको ड्रैग करना।
हाँ
कौन है भाई? कहाँ है भाई?
हेलो। अरे
आएगा तो ड्रैग करना।
ओडो, 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 ओडो।
एक ही साइड वो कर रहा है।
चलो यार आओ यार जल्दी आओ। जाने नहीं देंगे तुझे। जाने नहीं देंगे तुझे। ना 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 है। भाई गेम क्यों नहीं चल रहा? हेलो गाइस, गेम क्यों नहीं चालू हो रहा? हो गया। ए तेज पनी सर कौन है? तू नहीं खेल रहा क्या? कर लेगा क्या सोलो? पहले ये तो आए डब्बू भाई, पता नहीं कहाँ चले गए। नहीं दिख रहा मेरे को।
एचएस के भाई ने मना कर दिया ब्रो।
है?
फोन आया था अभी, उन कह रहे हैं कि
तेरे को
नहीं।
लगता है मना करेंगे?
अरे आई शपथ बोला उन्होंने कि
अरे,
कसम से बोला, कॉल किया उन्होंने, बोला कि मना, मैंने वो कर दिया, बंद
क्या?
कर दिया अपन ने आईडी पासवर्ड किसी को देने के लिए, ऐसा।
सही में?
हाँ।
झूठ तो मत बोले इतना भाई।
अबे मम्मी कसम भाई, अब क्या बोलूँ तेरे को? अब भी जस्ट कॉल किया उन्होंने, नॉर्मल कॉल किया, मैं तो व्हाट्सअप कॉल किया था, यही बोले उन्होंने, अब मत करना, पूछ के लॉग इन करना, अगर करेगा तो पूछ ले एक बार, अगर तेरे को खेलना। मैं बोला कि अल्ट्रॉन आपकी आईडी मांग रहा है खेलने को, दे दूँ क्या? तो बोला नहीं रे भाई, मैंने बंद कर दिया अभी किसी को आईडी
मैं
दे।
कॉल करता हूँ, मैं
हाँ
कॉल
तू
करता हूँ
देख ले,
मैसेज
तू
करता
खुद
हूँ।
के साइड से देख ले भाई।
नहीं मैं ही कॉल करूँगा।
एक तो गलती कर दी मैंने तेरे को।
क्या?
उस टाइम
इसने एचएस के क्या आईडी की गांडी मार दी थी भाई।
अरे
किसने?
वो तो गलती से।
क्या? कब?
अरे
कैसे?
एचएस के क्या आईडी निकालनी पड़ी, प्रीमियर के टाइम पे अगर बैन लगता है ना तो प्रीमियर नहीं खेल पाती वो आईडी।
और तूने खेल खेल के मार दी होगी बैंड।
अरे नहीं, एक ही बार वो बैन पड़ा, मैं वो था, इस वजह से बैन लग गया था।
खेलना ही क्यों है, लेकिन तुम लोगों को पता है ना ये आईडी इस पे है।
वही अभी भी है क्या?
अभी कॉम्पी से तो हट गया, लेकिन वो क्या कहते हैं, प्रीमियर पे ये वाला सीजन बैन है, ये वाला सीजन कॉम्पी प्रीमियर नहीं खेल
और
सकता।
तू अपने आईडी से क्यों नहीं खेलता है भाई?
मैं अपने आईडी से था,
फिर
मेरे आईडी पे ये खेलने लग गया था, क्या बोलता है, तुषार, और वो खुद की आईडी रखा हुआ था।
तो क्यों देना है तेरे को इसको उसको
दिया
आईडी?
नहीं था, वो खुद ही मांग रहा था तो ले लिया उसने।
और खुद की आईडी खुद से खेलो भाई, इसको उसको तुम देते हो। भूपेंद्र जोगी।
नहीं नहीं नहीं, गलत नाम है भाई। टकला, वही टकलिया। डम्बो वन टैप इनवाइट दे रहा हूँ, भेजा है देखो, शांति से कर लेना।
पार्टी कोड ले।
भेजो।
ABW
रुको, ABW
513 कैपिटल में।
सब कैपिटल, ABW 513 जॉइन पार्टी। आ जा, आ रहा है क्या तू सिद्धार्थ या कोई और आ
नहीं
रहा है?
नहीं, मेरा दोस्त आ रहा है, वो अकेले खेलेगा।
बट वो कहाँ है?
ओवर टाइम पे।
कहाँ से खेलेगा?
समर अली की गुल्ली चाट ले। वेट करना।
जिंदगी याद कर लो। हाँ यार, 14-13
सब लोग कहाँ है भाई आज?
दावत खाने। यार आ गई वो बार, जीत के आए मतलब। 14-13 चल रहा था। मैंने
आ गया ना ट्रैक।
अरे अल्ट्रॉन, क्या हाल चाल है भाई?
अरे भाई कैसे हो? मस्त।
बढ़िया भाई, बहुत दिन हो गए यार।
कब मिल लेते यार? बहुत कितने, 1 साल?
हाँ नहीं, भाग यार 1 साल नहीं हुआ है, लेकिन हाँ हो गया भाई, 7-8 महीने हो गए। रुको, हमें पता चल जाएगा ना कैसे, मैसेज देख के। लास्ट हमारी बात हुई थी 15 जुलाई 2023।
15 जुलाई।
ऑलमोस्ट 1 साल हो कह सकते हैं।
Match found.
कौन सा मैप है? लोटस है क्या? क्या ले रहे हो डम्बो?
फील कर रहा हूँ।
करो फिल।
करो फिल।
Death match. Warm up.
करो फिल।
तो डुएलिस्ट मारो भाई मारो।
ये कौन पार्टी में ज्वाइन हुआ?
मौलांडी।
ये कौन है?
पता नहीं यार।
फ्रीडम बॉय।
क्या?
Dominating.
पार्टी में ज्वाइन हुआ अपनी।
ये कौन है? मौलांडी कौन है भाई?
कौन? नहीं पता भाई।
बट कैसे हुआ?
पार्टी ओपन थी क्या?
नहीं
हाँ सही से पार्टी ओपन थी।
ये हैकर है। ए मौलांडी ब्रो, पार्टी ओपन है क्या अपनी?
हुआ भाई, ऐसे नहीं होते। भाई गेम के बीच में
हैकर भाई, हैकर।
अरे वो मैंने तेरे को कोड दिया था ना, पार्टी कोड।
तो मैंने थोड़ी और कोई।
अरे तो मैंने तो अपने स्क्रीन में दिखाया ना।
हाँ वो पार्टी ज्वाइन करवाने के बाद वो खराब वो नहीं किया क्या? खराब
ठीक है ना, पार्टी में आके क्या ही करेगा, बात करेगा तो कर देंगे।
म्यूट तो अब भाई पहले से रखा।
भाई बिग फैन बहुत बड़ा है।
छाती पे साइन कर।
चलो लड़की हुई तो
मैं तो आपसे करूंगा भाई, आओ भाई छाती पे आओ।
ले टाइप किया भाई।
चलो यार, भाई डायमंड 3 जाना है मेरे को, ठीक है ना? इक्वल भाई मारो भाई।
भाई मैं तो बकचोदी में ही खेल रहा हूँ भाई कल पत्तों से।
अरे भाई रिमेक कर लेंगे हम लोग।
बाप रे बाप भाई, कुछ ज्यादा डेडिकेटेड हो भाई रैंक के लिए।
भाई बहुत सीरियस।
अगर ऐसा तो फिर कैरी कर लूंगा भाई।
बेचारे
कैरी कर लो।
मैंने काली जादू लगा दी पे, तो फिर ये प्लेट आ गई।
मेरा दोस्त का काला काला दूं क्या तेरे को?
अपने दोस्त का क्यों देगा, अपना ही दे देगा।
मेरा इतना काला नहीं है ना भाई।
तो भाई बहुत सारे
एकदम वो सीधा अफ्रीकन ब्रीड।
अरे मौलांडी भाई बोलेंगे या पार्टी में बैठे हुए हैं?
अरे मौलांडी भाऊ, हेलो मौलांडी भाऊ।
अल्ट्रॉन का हांडी बढ़ गया।
यो ब्रो, आप कैसे आए पार्टी में? क्या मैं जान गया?
भाई
सी चलते तो ले लो।
स्पाइक होने नहीं होती इस लॉबी में। एक साइड में
मैं वो फ्रेंजी वाला भाई।
अबे पेड़ का 30
स्मोक गलत है थोड़ा। अंदर का प्लान दे रहा हूँ।
ओ मॉलोंडी में बिग फैन दिखाया भाई। फिर उसको किक कर दिया।
किक किसने किया?
शायद लेफ्ट कर दिया होगा।
वो बस बिग फैन बोलने आया था, उसका काम हो गया, वो चला गया।
यार क्या डालना है मेरे।
वो नहीं है।
मार अल्ट्रॉन।
मैं तो मार ही रहा हूँ भाई, आपको बचाया उधर में।
अरे लेकिन ये मेरा दोस्त भी नहीं है भाई।
ये अल्ट्रॉन तुम्हारा मेन अकाउंट तो नहीं है ये?
हाँ मेन नहीं है
भाई। मैं
उसकी गान फटती है ना, वो एसेंडेंट रैंक पहुंचा है तो सजा के रखना उसको।
ए अभी आज भी खेल के आया हूँ, जीत के आया हूँ। ए आज भी खेल के आया हूँ, जीत के आया हूँ एसेंडेंट से।
कब रे?
मैं खेल के आया था थोड़ी देर पहले।
सच बता, कोई और था?
नहीं सच।
तेरे पे भरोसा है नहीं।
बूस्टेड भाई ले यार। आय
अरे यार दो बंदे थे पीछे, दोनों ही है मेरे ही लीडर और उसके भी लीडर।
Fireboy's gone.
ए गन ले जा, शेरिफ ले लो गाइस।
शेरिफ देना एक भैया। भैया
गिव मी शेरिफ। ब्रिज गिव मी शेरिफ प्लीज।
नहीं मेरे से ले लेना, उससे क्यों भीख मांग रहा है जब नहीं दे रहा है वो दल्ला।
भी चले जा रेस।
गुड प्लीज स्पाइक तो ले ले।
अरे भीम
टर्न दे दे
भाई। अरे
नाइस। स्पाइक तो लो भाई। एक डोर्स के बाहर, एक डोर्स के बाहर। अल्ट्रॉन डोर्स देख। अल्ट्रॉन
डोर्स पे मैंने मारा है इसको 100।
अरे एक है
10 kills remaining.
कहाँ से मारा भाई?
100 है 100 है।
भाग गया भाई गणपट्टा।
मिल जाओ मिल जाओ।
हाँ इधर ही छुपा होगा देख बस।
तेरे फोन नहीं करूँ।
चौधी मत करा।
क्या डर भाई, इजी गेम है।
मत कर रे भाई, नहीं रे।
5 kills remaining.
कहाँ जाना?
आपकी मर्जी। उसका आएगा फ्लैश, मैं तो कह रहा हूँ। क्रॉस करो।
भाई इसकी जात का
रोटेट कर दे, रोटेट कर दे।
बैक स्टेप बन।
ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है। फ्लैंक एक है। जाओ जाओ।
मेरे पास स्पाइक है मैडम।
आ जाओ भी आ जाओ।
साइड घुस गया है।
One dead.
नाइस।
ईशान मिश्रा।
यार ये फैंटम काफी बढ़िया लगती है।
और भाई क्या हाल? बढ़िया भाई। फैंटम क्या सीन है तुम्हारे?
रिकॉन फैंटम भाई बेस्ट है यार। और ओनी फैंटम।
1 kill remaining.
क्या होता है?
मैं बढ़िया। तू बता तू कैसा ईशान? अपना वाला ईशान है क्या? N12 वाला ईशान
आए
फ्लैश दूंगा, रुक 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 रुक, फ्लैश दूंगा राइट साइड, फ्लैश दे रहा हूँ। अरे यार
भाई आप तो भूल ही गए। कहाँ भाई?
गेको भी इधर ही निकल सकते हो।
ओ
बैकस्टेप नहीं उसने
दे
अल्ट
दे
किया,
गाली
अल्ट
दे,
किया,
गाली
अल्ट
दे,
किया।
साइफर को गाली दे।
अरे साइबर को क्या अल्ट मारा है वो।
मेरा सेशन है अभी 8 बजे ज्वाइन कर। कौन सा सेशन है भाई तेरा? और तू कौन, क्या बड़ा बादशाह है क्या तू?
उसको पूछो कौन सा सेशन है भाई, ऐसा कौन सा सेशन है बुला रहे। ए भाई खतरनाक है भाई, कौन भेज रहा है मेरे को भाई?
अरे सेशन वेशन अपने घर पे है, इधर नहीं।
भाई कहता सेशन ज्वाइन कर।
Go ahead, text Spike.
डोर तोड़, राइट साइड फ्लैश दे रहा हूँ। स्टार्ट कर दो। आ रहा है।
कस्टम खेलते थे रात को वैलो हैं? पता नहीं भाई, शायद भूल गया
अंदर
हूँ।
आ चुका है, अंदर आ चुका है।
मैं
80 जेट।
बहुत टाइम बाद
अबे गेको 124, गेको 124 हेडिंग।
कर लेते हैं भाई, क्यों कर लेते हैं, कर रहे हैं। कोई है ही नहीं भाई साथ में डुओ अच्छा खेलने के लिए, बट ठीक है, आई कैन मैनेज।
सेव करेगा मोस्टली है।
पता नहीं ब्रो।
मेरा नाम का टैटू बनवा लेना, अगर मैं गया तो इंडिया रिप करना। देख भाई, तेरे नाम का मैं टैटू बना भी लूंगा। देख, अगर मैं जाऊंगा तेरे से पहले तो तू मेरे नाम का टैटू बनवाना। अगर तू गया तो मैं तेरे
कलेक्शन
नाम का
दिखाना इस
टैटू
आईडी
बनवाऊंगा।
के।
और तेरा नाम भी ऐसा है कि कर्मा, लोगों को लगेगा कि कर्म में बिलीव करता है ये, ऐसा ऐसा लगेगा। और तू, अगर तू
मैं
डम्बो,
हैंडल से दिखाता हूँ, ठीक है?
तू डम्बो लिखेगा तो ऐसा
वैंडल
लगेगा
पे
कि
आयन
तेरे
वैंडल,
गर्लफ्रेंड का नाम है।
एक ये
समझ रहा है?
वेलिएंट
ये
हीरो,
दोनों
एक
पॉजिटिव चीज
रिवर
है भाई।
वैंडल,
भाई
ठीक है?
फ्लैश करके
और
पिक किया
हमारे पास
करना
एक
मेरे भाई
चैंपियन
ब्री।
वैंडल है और एक ये कुरुनामी, और बाकी सब बैटल पास वाले।
हाँ इसको लेते। डोर खोलना, डोर खोल। अरे
ठीक है,
अरे तू
फैंटम
राइट
पे
साइड
हम
से
पे
डोर खोल, मैं लेफ्ट साइड फ्लैश करूंगा।
एक ये फैंटम है,
अरे
ठीक है?
आराम से, आराम से
रेडिएंट
ब्रो, आराम से,
एंटरटेनमेंट
आराम से, आराम
और
से।
एक
वी आर विनिंग,
प्रोटोकॉल,
चिल चिल।
ठीक है? और क्या, मार्शल में बस यही स्किन है भाई, एक नियॉन, नियो नियो का एक
अब
ही
मैं
है, और
लंड
बाकी
इसके
सब
साथ खेल रहा हूँ। जा भाई तू अकेले।
और एक बाकी सब मार्शल।
खेलो
और ये
मैं आता हूँ उधर से।
मार्शल ऑपरेटर में एक ये स्किन है और एक रिवर है।
डोर तोड़ा है उसने।
और क्या है भाई मेरे पे? एक ये गोस्ट की स्किन,
रुक जा, रुक जा।
और एक ये मार सर की स्किन,
तू अकेले जा रहा है।
और नाइफ पे एक वैलोरेंट गो का,
इसको मारना, इसको।
एक
अच्छा
रिवर
अपडेट है ना।
कैरम्बेट, और एक ये डंडा वेलिएंट हीरो का, और बाकी सब बैटल पास का, एक्सपेक्टर का एक ये स्किन है।
एक सिटी, एक वाटर्स, वाटर्स।
यही है, बाकी सब
Waters।
बैटल पास है भाई।
Match found.
कितने के लिए ये आईडी खरीदी हुई नहीं है, खुद की आईडी है ब्रदर। खुद ही की आईडी पे खेल रहे हैं और खुद ही की आईडी पे स्पेंड कर रहे हैं। आईडी खरीदने का वो नहीं है भाई, हम आईडी नहीं खरीदते हम। क्या खेले भाई, क्या खेले। सोवा खेल सकता हूँ, जेट खेल सकता हूँ, साइफर खेल सकता हूँ, ओमेन खेल सकता हूँ, तो जेट पे लॉक कर सकते हैं। आईडी नहीं खरीदते ईशान भाई हम। आईडी खरीदने की आदत नहीं है हमें किसी की भी। खुद ही की आईडी में स्पेंड करता है भाई। नहीं पहले आईडी दूसरी थी तो आई गेस न्यू। अरे नहीं
नेक्स्ट टाइम नहीं।
बहुत सारी स्मर्फ आईडी है ना मेरे पे। एक मॉली वाली आईडी, अगर आपने इस आईडी पे खेला होगा तो मॉली वाली आईडी एक फ्रेंड की है, फ्रेंड का आईडी है, तो वो मतलब मैं और वो उसी के बाद तो मोस्टली वो आता नहीं है, मैं ही खेलता हूं उस आईडी पे। फिर नाइट्रो सिनिस्टर वाली कार आईडी है, वो एक आईडी मेरी है। 2-3 स्मर्फ आईडी है ना भाई। लो रैंक ऐसे ही बकचोदी दोस्त लोग के साथ खेलो है। मेन आईडी तो यही है भाई मेरा।
गोए
दोनों उधर थे ना।
हेलो सिंगल
नो
डुएलिस्ट,
आइडिया।
सिंगल डुएलिस्ट
कर दो स्मोक यार।
यार एम तो नहीं जा रहा यार मेरा।
दोनों का तो
स्टिल होल्डिंग ब्रो।
एंटी मेरे पास एक ही रैप आ गया।
कर्मा है क्या चैट में, बता भाई।
Match found.
I can play Cypher on this map.
उसको चिल्लाओ जरा, वो स्पाइक लेके ए जा रहा है।
वेट कमिंग।
हेलो
कम भी
हेलो आए
कवर देना। तोड़ तोड़ तोड़।
ओए
अरे कवर दे दो गाइस। पीछे क्या कर रहे हो दोनों यार।
ओए सफेद कपड़ा।
भाई का जब बंदा है भाई सज्जन को
भाई।
अरे साइफर का काम कर लेगा ना, वो बैक स्टेप देख लेगा भाई। तुम लोग तो साइड पे खेलो।
ऐसा इंस्टा लॉक करना कोई अच्छी बात है क्या?
बैक स्टेप देख रहा था।
कैरी करेगा ये।
वो रेस तेरे साथ क्या चुम्मा चाटी कर रहा था क्या?
अरे पता नहीं इसका सीन क्या है। आगे बंदा मैंने देखा मार रहा है।
वो पूरा ओमन भाई आके मेरे
बोर्ड
को
का
शॉटगन
पेपर
लेके
है,
मार
क्या
रहा है
बात
स्मोक
है?
से बाहर आके भाई।
और आप वैलो देख रहे हो।
कर लो फिर प्लान।
ये कॉन्फिडेंट मार कसम मुझे भी चाहिए यार।
मैं तो पीछे देखने गया था।
सब्सक्राइब टू।
पीछे से भी बंदा है। साइफर
डॉज मार रहा है क्या? मार फटाफट।
अभी गन भी
सेव कर लो।
क्यों करूं मैं तुझे सब्सक्राइब? गिव मी वन रीजन।
रेस के गांड में बहुत चली हुई भाई।
इंग्लिश का है, हो गया सिलेबस। बस थोड़ी देर स्ट्रीम देख के सो जाऊंगा।
रुक जा ऐसा जा मत रुक जा।
क्या कल बोर्ड है
पीछे रुक।
तेरा प्रिपेयर? हाँ इंग्लिश तो
साइफर इधर खेल रहा है क्या?
हो जाता है यार। इतनी जल्दी सोएगा? खाना वाना भी खा लिया?
ओ इक्वल।
हाँ साइफर वहीं पे खेल।
ऑल द बेस्ट भाई, ऑल द बेस्ट ईशान भाई। ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर योर
चल रोटेट
अपकमिंग, मतलब कल का एग्जाम और अपकमिंग जितने भी आ रहे हैं सबके लिए ऑल द बेस्ट भाई।
So, Sage, you can bring people back from the dead? Anyone?
ओन बैक स्टेप आ रहा है।
मैं एक खेल रहा हूँ पहला।
Interesting.
थैंक यू भाई। फाड़ देना भाई, फाड़ देना।
Ah, this is a nice spot.
Reloading.
एक बैक स्टेप आ।
This goes here. Yes, this should do. That goes there. This goes here.
ट्वेल्थ का बोर्ड है या 10th का बोर्ड है?
Smoke's down.
ये भाई
पता नहीं क्या हुआ। तेरा ई पे बटन है।
Cage trigger.
तो ये फ्लैश नहीं है, इसलिए मैं अंदर नहीं आ पाया।
Got you. They found my wire. Tagged.
तुम गलती कर रहे हैं इधर ये दो बंदे। वो फ्लैश
अरे इसने वाइप खराब कर दिया।
Player standing.
ये रेज ने ना
सही है, पेपर खत्म हो
अच्छा खासा जीत रहे थे,
हो
पॉजिटिव
जाए
थे
फिर
सब
साथ
लोग।
में खेलेंगे कॉम्पी।
आ जाते हैं ऐसे छिछोरे
भले फ्लैश देके आते हैं।
छोड़ भाई फ्लैश देख ले।
ब्रीज को देख।
सुनो तुम दोनों मिड से जाना ओके। मैं एक करूंगा जो
इसकी बुआ जवान मारू।
ये से मैं आता हूं।
वो आया नहीं बे वैसे, जैसा मैं सोच रहा था।
Rotate.
देख
Yes, this should do.
मैं दूसरा स्मोक आएगा तो
पकड़ा भी नहीं गया।
अरे मैं सोचा ऊपर से आएंगे बोल के वैसा ट्रैप लगाता है यार, वो फंसते वैसे।
Wow, this goes here. Yes, this should do.
अब इसके बाद जाऊंगा भी पे, ठीक है?
होल्ड करना
ये है क्या?
होल्ड कर लो।
अरे मेड बैक
हौसला रख पुत्र, हौसला रख।
टका साला
कहां है?
दोनों साइड में है शायद।
और कोई मत जाना अंदर, घुस गए वो लोग।
रेना इधर है।
अरे भाई रहना भाई, आगे जाओ या तो जान दो ना। हम इधर के रहे ना हम उधर के, कोई सीन नहीं रहे। अब वापस ही जाएंगे क्या ये?
नाइस।
Last player standing. Spike planted.
मैं सी जा रहा हूँ। जी
Sage, keep me alive. I still have things to do.
दिखे लो, जला दे वो पैकेट।
ठीक है भाई, ठीक है भाई।
This is a nice spot.
सुनो मैं रीस्टार्ट
That
करता हूं।
goes there.
भोसड़ी का
मेरे साथ खेल, मेरे साथ खेल।
पैकेट लोड हो रहा है, क्यों लिया रे ना?
अब हो रहा है, पता जिगल करते रहे।
इतना देर नहीं हो रहा
This should do.
इतना देर दूसरे अकाउंट में खेला था, नहीं हो रहा था।
ले देखो भोसड़ी का साला।
तो उसी में खेलना था ना यार।
हां वॉल कर।
मैं साइड में जा रहा हूँ, ठीक है?
बी पे, बी मेन के बाहर।
ओके बी जाएंगे।
इधर फाइट हो रहा था, गोलियां चली, अभी नहीं मालूम, ठीक है? हाँ रिकॉन आया।
बी इन है क्या?
एक मतलब इसे
नहीं।
आने दो। ट्रैप पे खेलो बॉयज, ठीक है? मेरे ट्रैप पे, थैंक यू।
भाई क्या
ऑन एक शॉट है।
बी लॉन्ग पे
गया।
पहले बताते। इसको एक भी नहीं लगी यार मादर चोट।
मिलेगा सेज। दोनों उधर।
ट्रैप पे खेल, पिक मत, ध्यान से ध्यान देख, जंप करेगा ना वो।
78 माइनस है।
सेज कैन गेट अ हील ब्रो। बिहाइंड यू सेज, इधर 14 नंबर। ओ सफेद कपड़ा।
ओ प्लांट हो रहा है यहाँ पे।
तो जाओ ना, जाओ।
चुप हो जा पैंचो।
Here.
प्लांटी।
काय बोलतो कुशाल?
One enemy remaining.
लेट्स गो भाई।
करते हैं, ये पुश करते हैं, ये पुश करना है।
हाँ बोलतो कुशाल।
Team A.
ये पुश करते हैं,
ये पुश करते हैं।
ये कंट्रोल ले ले।
Let's bring it back.
सब इतने डिप्रेस्ड क्यों है यार?
पता नहीं क्यों, मैं तो
मजबूरी में खेल रहे हैं। अच्छा स्टंच, अरे यार छोड़ भाई, ले ले।
Good work.
That goes there.
Both left.
Wow, this is a nice spot. This goes here.
-78.
That goes there.
ले गन नीचे से।
आए।
अरे ब्रिज क्या देख रहा था? अरे क्या डम टीम है भाई।
और रेज होता ना, जीत जाते, इसको मार लेते जेट को अभी इधर ही।
नाइस वन पीछे।
Spike down B.
नहीं वो क्लासिक से 1v5 करेगा ना।
पीछे आ जाता
रेज एक पिक निकाल ले।
नहीं एंटी उसे निकाल। सही कर।
या
निकाल लिया भाई।
भाई अच्छा वो आगे नहीं बोला भाई, मैं मार रहा हूँ।
कुछ गंदा बोलने वाला था क्या?
अबे मैं बोल रहा था एक पिक निकाल ले, 10,000 रुपए दूंगा भाई।
कितने बजे है प्रीमियर?
One enemy remaining.
8:30 प्रैक्टिस मैच है वैसे भी।
प्रैक्टिस मैच का आज वेडनेसडे। अच्छा आज वेडनेसडे प्रैक्टिस मैच ही रहता है ना।
बॉटल नेक। हाँ भाई
बोलो भाई।
हाँ तो तोड़ दे भाई, तोड़ दे। समझ गया भाई मैं। भाई अब तो भाई फिर एस है मेरा यार।
Let's kill that Reyna. Our team's got
भाई
soul.
जी आ गया यार।
I want to keep it that way.
भाई मैं एक खेल रहा हूँ, ठीक है?
Yes, this should do.
क्या कर रहा है?
This goes here. Yes, this should do.
मार इसको।
That goes there.
ओ सड़ी का।
साइफर लर्न कर रहा था, कहीं और
दिया भाई उसने।
भाई को क्या चाहिए? ये भाई ये छक्का है भाई ये। 120 विदाउट हील। रहना 120 विदाउट हील।
Fire in the hole.
इस फुल्ली है।
फुल्ली तो पता नहीं। हाँ। स्टेयर्स देख के आ जा भाई।
No hard feelings. My ultimate is ready.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Oh my god. कोई नहीं। 120 रहना। भाई ये क्या बीबी कर रहे भाई? एट मेरे को लगा इस बार ये जाएंगे।
वॉच पार्टी वाली फाइट ले मेरे अंदर।
My ult ready.
लाइफ
I got your backs.
बहुत बढ़िया।
Just, you know, from the front.
भाई
Going A.
क्या बख्शी हुई है अभी?
What happened, Saru?
Wow, this is a
दावा
nice
जी
spot.
जीतेगी
क्या
आगे
है
जाएगी
यार?
शायद।
This goes here. That goes there.
अरे
This
इसका
should do.
ये बहुत बढ़िया अच्छा लगा भाई। क्या
Wow,
रे?
this is a nice spot.
ब्रिज भाई ओपी।
अब भेज
उसने
यार
बोला
ये
सीधा
जाएंगे।
तू अपना देख लेगा।
नहीं बी पे आ रहा वापस बी।
अरे हम जीते भाई, बाय कर लो।
फिर भी पैसा नहीं।
कुछ नहीं देखा, चिल। थैंक्स यार, थैंक्स।
सी साउंड
बहुत अच्छे यार आप। ट्रैप पे खेल लो।
Cage trigger.
One enemy remaining.
भाई आई शपथ, उसका वो बॉल क्या था? दो और मरते। कसम से मरते भाई। बॉन्डी फाड़ दी थी मैंने ट्रैप से उनकी।
नीड योर अल्ट ट्रेस।
भाई क्या बोलूं? क्या बोलूं?
राइट में कोई है? होगा।
This goes here.
नाइस वन रे।
जाओ।
What?
तेरी माँ को बोल
डैडी मुझसे बोला, वो गलती है मेरी।
Yes, this should. That goes there.
डिफ्यूज कर।
अरे यार।
क्लोज। सेव कर ले पैसे भी
सेव करो।
नहीं होगा ना, कर ले एक बार, नहीं होगा, भाग
नहीं
जाओ।
होगा।
Oh my God, bro! After such a long time, I saw you almost 2 years. You are
एक
the
बंदे
dancer,
पे कितना
right?
टाइम लगा दिया, बस वो नहीं होता ना।
You're the dancer, right? It's me, Zoro. Bro, I have no fucking idea, bro. But if you are coming after a long time, welcome, man.
B.
कहाँ थे भाई आप इतने साल, 2 साल?
हार सकते हैं, मैं तो कह रहा हूँ सेव कर लेते हैं, फिर अच्छे से प्लेस करके जीत जाएंगे।
मैं क्या बोलता हूँ, जब तक प्लांट नहीं होता तब तक रोटेट मत करो।
मैं क्या कहता हूँ, जब तक प्लांट नहीं हो रहा तब तक रोटेट नहीं करते हैं।
कौन-कौन कर रहे हो तुम लोग?
मल्टीपल है।
One here. Yes.
There.
Reloading.
They're usually distracted once I reveal them.
बी जा सकते हो
I need this.
बाय दे दो यार।
I'm gonna save.
My thanks.
अरे क्या आ गया अभी?
लड़का, अरे भाई होए भाई, लड़कर ही है भाई।
भाई लड़कर नहीं कहते भाई, उसे हिजड़ा कहते हैं, हिजड़ा।
अरे रे रोल आ रहा है वो भी।
ये खाली है मेरा। सी प्लांटिंग।
अबे
अरे सी प्लांटिंग छोड़ दो उसको।
ये छोड़ दो गाइस, एक साइड पुश करना पड़ेगा यार।
That goes there.
सी प्लांट हो गया है।
अरे यार कैमरा लगाने के लिए भाई
It's you and me.
अबे क्राउच कैसे कर लेते हैं ये छक्के साले?
You are the dancer, right? Yes, bro, I am dancer. तुम्हें मराठी बोलतात ना? Yes, मेरे भाई सुभाष। गाइस मेरी बात सुनो, एक रेस तू और ब्रिज एक खेल लो, एक कंट्रोल लेके रखो भाई, बाकी बी और सी हम लोग संभालते हैं। ये लोग लर्क कर रहे सारे, एक कोई और कर रहे, प्लांट कोई और कर रहे, अभी कंट्रोल ले लो, बी और सी केयर कर लो।
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
अरे यार ये क्लोज घुस गया बे।
और कोई अल्ट्रॉन रीटेक खेल ले भाई अगर आ रहे थे तो।
What will it be this time? Have any patterns emerged yet?
आजा आगे, इक्वल होल्ड करके रख बस मेरे साथ। तो मार इसको, इसलिए मैं तेरे को बुला रहा था रे
भाई। देखा कितनी देर में आया वो।
अभी क्यों नहीं आया रे? फाइट ले रहा था जब मैं। ओ इक्वल
भाई पता है वो जब वो वहाँ पे दो निपट गया ना, तो मेरा पूरा दिमाग एक ही तरफ शिफ्ट हो गया था और मैंने ध्यान ही नहीं दिया तुम्हारी तरफ। तो जब तक आया तब तक बहुत देर हो चुकी थी।
ए शांति से खेलो, शांति से बस।
लॉट्स ऑफ लव फ्रॉम टच की पोवा। टच की पोवा
लर्क कर रहे हैं वो लोग बहुत बुरा। ओके
थैंक यू यार भाई, अगर किसी ने प्यार दिखाया तो भाई शुक्रिया यार ब्रदर। आई होप यू विल हैव अ गुड नाइट ब्रदर। दो इधर है, ओमेन और गेको।
भाई मत मारो। नाइस वन चैट, नाइस वन। कोई नहीं, पीछे बैठो अब।
One enemy remaining.
पीछे कहीं कहाँ है?
किधर है? बी बी बी।
Win. Show me where to go.
बी प्लांटिंग गाइस।
रोक नहीं सकता।
हाँ मत रोक मत रोक।
दे दिए।
एक ही होगा बी पे, मेन पे है वो भी। वो देख मार।
I'm gonna save.
भाई
यार ये लोग, अरे यार ये लोग टूर्नामेंट खेल रहे हैं यार, और कुछ नहीं। सुन ना, इधर एक ट्रिप लगा और इधर एक ट्रिप लगा, बस
वही अब बाकी है बस।
मैं वन वे दे रहा हूँ मैं।
पुश कर भाई। सुन मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ, मैं पुश करने से कुछ हो नहीं रहा ना भाई। कितनी देर से पुश कर रहे हो, कुछ हुआ क्या बताओ?
No.
सी ट्रैप लगा गांडू।
Careful.
आ रहा हूँ।
पीछे से खेल, एकदम निकल जाएगा।
हिल दे जा सेज उसको एटलीस्ट।
Yes.
VCT चल रहा है यार लोग का गाइस टच की पावर सर यार
ए कंट्रोल लो जाओ डम्बो भाई निकलो सी C2
मत मारो पीछे आ जाओ हमारा एक डाउन हो गया पीछे आ जाओ इसलिए मत पिक मत दे सिज
अरे आ गया
Spike down A. एक है एक के बार
भाई मादर चोद
One enemy remaining.
Slam.
30 seconds
Default.
आ जाओ
अल्ट है इसके पास
फ्लैश दे रहा हूं राइट साइड
बैक स्टेप बैक से आ रहा है
I can't see them yet, but I can feel them getting ready.
Yes.
सेज एक्सचेंज
अरे वो टीपी मार के आ सकता है ना अंदर तक भाई उसका फ्लैश आया मेरे ऊपर
पर तू ये खेली मत ना इधर खेली मत सिटी खेल या तो फिर इधर बैक साइड सी साइड जो लिखा हुआ है इधर कैप्स लॉक दबा उधर सी साइड लिखा हुआ है वहां पे खेल या तो फिर सी हॉल जो लिखा हुआ है वहां पे खेल
This goes here. Oh, this is
और
a
वो
nice
जेट जिधर आ रहा है ना उसके ऑपोजिट साइड जा रहा है वो जेट चुतिया बना रहा है बस लव फ्रॉम राजकी बहुत थैंक यू ब्रदर थैंक यू सो मच भाई जितने भी लोग आए भाई शुक्रिया गाइस इधर फेक कर रहे लोग सी केयर नाइस
बिलोंग पे रहना
बी उसके हेल्प रेना की हेल्प कर दो यार
सोवा का ड्रोन आने दे ट्रैप पे फंसेगा वो आने दे
छोड़ रहा हूं मैं जा रहा हूं बी
सी ट्रैप टूटा है ओके
Fire in the hole.
careful now.
One enemy remaining.
जाओ निकलो रेना ब्रो
दो उधर है
क्या बात है
Last round in the half.
Use everything you have. We lose it anyway.
मुंड फाड़ दी भाई
Cypher bye.
या लेना भाई हक से
Yes, this should do. This goes here. That goes there.
डिफ्यूज कर
Oh, this is a nice spot.
डिफ्यूजिंग कवर नाइस रे गुड राउंड
थोड़ा स्लो ही खेलना पड़ रहा है
ये ऐसा मैं ना हर एक इसमें ना स्मोक करते रहूंगा जिधर फेक करते रहेंगे भाई ये लोग
120 रेज है
myself Zoro bro after a long time I saw you I used to know from the time that time you had dyed your white hair I remember you told me once you talked yes bro that's true man you're so old I mean you are a very old member bro
Last player standing.
thank you man
जोरो इसी बात पे यार इसको सुपर चैट करना यार कितने दिनों बाद आ रहा है
you should run रे भाई no B
Spike planted.
bro
Switching sides.
Give me a moment. I need to set back up. The spike is still in base.
स्पाइक लेके आओ ना स्पाइक लेके आओ
This goes here.
Going C.
Fly, my wind assassin. Do what you do best.
Fully smoked.
अबे हटना! अरे भाई! Thanks for body block.
Careful.
Disappoint me. Last player standing.
सेज भाई आओ मेरे गोदी में बैठ जाओ। आओ मेरे गोदी में बैठ जाओ। ऐस क्या घंटा क्यों नहीं भाड़ा खाओ?
I'm the last thing they'll see before they die.
कोई नहीं भाई कोई नहीं।
That was there.
Reloading.
Through the calm, I see. Through the storm, I fight.
Yes, this should do.
Oh my.
Spike down B. Enemy spotted B.
Launching smoke.
Cage trigger.
Reloading.
Backstab, backstab, backstab.
Last player standing.
अरे यार 52 भाई पुश कर गए वो भी।
Race it to the spike sites.
मैं भी चुप ही जाता हूँ। क्या? भाई माइक खोल लो यार।
नहीं भाई उसकी माँ को भोसड़ा है इसलिए वो माइक नहीं खोलेगा।
वो टीम ही म्यूट कर दिया भाई। क्या चोमतिया बंदा है। माँ का भोसड़ा।
This is a nice spot.
Careful.
लॉन्ग पे बंदे हैं।
Yikes. Gun here. Gun here.
Cage trigger.
Enemy spotted B.
Cage trigger.
ओडी ने भाई क्या?
Spike down B. Enemy spotted B.
रेज लो है भाई।
One enemy remaining. My ult ready.
Gun here.
This place is nice, but not nice enough to die in. Let's win and get out of here.
Yes.
Reloading.
This goes here.
अरे भीम छोटा क्यों नहीं?
Reloading.
मैं क्यों जा रहा हूँ भैंस क्या कहा गया? चल हाँ चल दे लैंड दे।
Smoke down.
दे दे मेरी जान।
Enemy spotted A.
क्लोज बैठा है वो।
Reloading. Healing you.
जा जा जेट तो आराम से खेल।
Going B.
बी आ जाओ बी आ जाओ।
I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm on my
Thanks.
Barrier.
हुक्का पे तीनों हुक्का पे आराम से खेलो नहीं पुश नहीं लॉन्ग आ सकता है वो एक लॉन्ग देख लो भाई नाइस वन जेट
My ult's ready.
वो लौड़े लगे उसके आइसो के इजी
Blocking sight.
नाइस वन
That sucks. No.
Time to stock back up.
That goes there. Ah, this is nice. I need this. My thanks.
Thanks, man.
Enemy spotted. Hey. Still in sight.
Camera taken out.
Here.
Cage
Reloading.
Goodbye.
My ultimate is ready.
Enemy spotted A.
Cage triggered.
Enemy spotted A.
अरे 120 में एल्बो यू ऑल
Your duty is not over.
120 रहना
One enemy remaining.
आइसो भी वहीं पे नाइस वन
Be grateful. I did.
A healer's burden is light when her team is this good. Wonderful. Yes.
No. No.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, this should do.
No.
That goes there. Let me find you again. Wow, my eyes are down.
टीपी करा वेट फॉर मी बॉयज
Spike down B.
वेट फॉर माय ओ भैन के लोड़े व्हाट अभी
Last player
हक
standing.
दिया भाई माय बैड
Headshot.
भाई गलत हगा मैंने शीश
One of my cameras is broken.
Nah, we all
wait.
dead. Okay, now. क्या हो गया मेरे एम को मित्रों ए चलते क्या यही करेगा
Here. Anyone need anything? Nope.
Need equipment.
This is a nice spot.
Smoke's down. Stim beacon down.
Reloading.
अभी भी हिंसो लग रहा था वो लगाने छोड़ जाने
Molly.
Outside carrier is killed.
Spike
Camera
down
taken
A.
out. Cage triggered.
Spike.
Plant the spike.
Enemy spotted B. Reloading.
Cage triggered. Our spike carrier is killed.
Spike down B. Last player standing.
Hostile removed.
fuck क्या सीन है? क्या हो गया मेरे भेड़ की आग एमिंग्स नहीं लग रहा.
Stand tall. We are Valorant. We are fighting.
क्रॉसर बदल साइफर नहीं रे. क्रॉसर का सीन नहीं, मेरा एम हग रहा है. क्रॉसर प्यारा है, कलर चेंज कर सकता हूँ. ये ब्लैक करो तो
where to set up shop? Yes, this should do.
What's this?
सेज आ जा रे.
I have the spike.
Wonderful. Multiple enemies B.
Enemy spotted B. Reloading. My ult's ready.
Cage triggered. Where is every cage triggered?
Launching smoke.
Backside.
Here. Spike planted. Fire in the hole.
Here.
पिक मत ले
भाई.
एक
My
बैक
camera is destroyed.
एक हुक्का पे एक यहाँ पे
Enemy remaining.
अपने स्पॉन साइड, उनके स्पॉन साइड साथ पे पिक लेते. रुक जा.
Reloading.
क्या बात है?
Outrun me. Reloading. Prepare yourselves. We fight once again. Anyone need anything?
तो ना मैं फुल स्मोक करूंगा, ठीक है? यहाँ पे स्मोक करूंगा, यहाँ ये और यहाँ अल्ट करूंगा. घुस जाना.
घुसना किधर है? वापस बोलना एक बार. सॉरी.
This goes here.
घुसना तो मैं अंदर है साइड में. मैं यहाँ अल्ट करूंगा और यहाँ स्मोक
ओके, एल्बो अल्ट कर रहा है बराबर. मेरे को लगा वहाँ पे घुसने के लिए बोल रहा है. यू ऑल पे.
Stay safe.
Drop.
Fully smoked. ओडिन. भाई रोटेट करेगा. भाई रोटेट कर लो भाई. वापस घूम के वापस बी पे आ जाना. अरे सेठ चले जा बैंड की भाई.
Going B. Going B. Going B.
Here.
Going B.
Going B. Wall going B.
Camera taken out.
Wonderful. Gotcha. Good work. Thank you. Plant the spike. Need help. On my mark.
कल एक डाउन कर दिया मैंने. सो वहीं पे है, वहीं पे है. या तो टीपी करेगा या तो लॉन्ग से बैक से वहाँ टीपी किया उसने. ब्रो टीपी ब्रो. सोवा टीपी हुक्का.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
इधर से भी आ सकते हैं. नाइस वन.
Some things you just can't teach.
बंडी फाड़ दी रे भाई.
Match
फाड़
point.
दो उसके मुंह पे मोटे मोटे गांड से.
Let's make it official. Good work. No. Impressive.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you.
Reloading.
That goes there.
Reloading.
मोटे में दम तो है भाई.
Yes.
आलू पूरी खा के भाई क्या तो मारता है भाई.
Here. Here.
The hunt begins.
Careful.
You should run.
पीछे आओ.
Barrier created. Your duty is not over.
Spotted B.
Fall back boys. Fall back.
Me.
हाँ किस्मत की तरह.
Spike dropped. I have the spike.
भाई रोटेट के लिए बोला था. सुनाई देता क्या तुम लोग को? सोवा हुक्का पे. हाँ बात पे सारी. क्या कॉल है भाई. दो बंदे रेस भी है यहाँ पे.
Here. Found you. Cage triggered.
दो बंदे इधर.
My eyes are here.
30 seconds left. Last player standing.
43 Sova.
Stay alive. I want
यही
their
चलते
life
ये
now.
हो रहा है हमसे. ठीक है. अगर नहीं हुआ then we can rotate. तो rotate में भी राउंड निकल रहा है. यही करो. ये चलो आओ बॉयज. ये
Wow, this is a nice spot.
Need a drop.
Good work. Enemy spotted B. I need healing. Here.
Sova I saw इधर I saw लैंप्स पे.
TP करो guys. TP.
Multiple enemies B. Light planted.
भाई क्यों भाई अकेला प्लांट क्यों करा? डिफ्यूज नहीं कर रहा. रुक जाओ.
Cage triggered.
Down and out.
Last player standing.
मैंने की याद सुन.
Right between the eyes.
Deep breaths, everyone. Your hearts are pounding.
Just trolling. भाई सेज घुस गई. वॉल कर दिया उसने. क्या बोलूं मैं. प्लांट करके छोड़ दिया. वॉल देख लेना प्लेयर किधर खेल रहा है. तो माइक भी ऑफ करके खेल रहा है. टीम आई नहीं पहले प्लांट कर दिया. जाके थ्रो कर रहे हो भाई. बीच आ जा.
Launching smoke.
Cage triggered.
Plant the spike.
Cage triggered.
Reloading.
Our spike carrier is killed. I have retrieved the
Spike
spike.
down A.
Fire in the hole.
Reload.
TP पे spike है.
I got the spike.
Open up the sky.
Last player standing.
It's you and me.
Spike drop.
Switching sides. Overtime. They're just biting.
This goes here. Yes, this should do. Wow, this is a nice spot. This goes here.
Yes.
That goes there.
Yes.
Yes, this should do.
Party's over.
पीछे आ जा. बी लॉन्ग का इन्फो दे दूंगा. क्या है मेरा.
I need healing.
बी लॉन्ग कोई नहीं अभी तक. बी हुक्का पे है. बी लॉन्ग पे रहना.
Got you. My camera is destroyed.
Reloading.
ट्रैप है, आने दे अंदर।
Enemy spotted B. Enemy in sight.
Cage triggered.
Last player standing.
ट्रैप क्या मरवाने के लिए लगा है? बोल रहा हूँ ना ट्रैप पे खेल लो।
Spike planted. You should run.
Fuck it, bro. I'm not playing on my trap, bro. पेंचो तुम लोग को ट्रैप पे क्यों नहीं खेलना? क्यों मत छोड़ भाई। Flat and gold.
Switching sides.
Fuck it.
Match point.
I know
You deserve to lose. Fuck it. बोल रहा हूँ ट्रैप पे खेल ले, ट्रैप पे खेल ले। इधर बैठ जा, अंदर आने दे, ट्रैप पे निकल। सुनना ही नहीं है भाई। चूतिया जैसे मुंह दिखा।
इस पे खेलो।
Last player standing.
You deserve to lose.
Defenders win.
चूतिया टीम है बेंचो। चूतिया डुलिस्ट।
हाँ।
यार ट्रैप पे खेलो बोल रहा हूँ, ट्रैप पे खेलो। भाई सुनते नहीं है भाई, ट्रैप पे खेलना ही नहीं चाहते भाई। क्या यार 20 भाई साहब, मुंह दिखा दिखा के पिटना है भाई। अच्छा जीता मैच हार गया भाई। फ्लैट लॉबी भाई, फ्लैट लॉबी।
कर लेना थोड़ा टाइम।
अल्ट होने दे ज़ेप, वारी आएंगे वो बंदे। ठीक है, इधर ही बंदे खड़े। स्टन दे सकता हूं मैं गार्डन आपको।
कैमरा है।
मैं गार्डन स्टन दे रहा तुम लोग को।
तोड़ ना फिर।
कहाँ है बे? इसका चैनल तो मिल ही नहीं रहा। हाँ कहाँ है भाई? ये तो कुछ और ही दिखा रहा है। क्या लिखा है इसमें? अच्छा एस नहीं है, ए है। ये रहा ना। क्या यार, अच्छा भला जीत जाते हैं भाई। और एक बंदा था ना कोई लाइव, वो ब्रिमस्टोन भी था, क्या नाम था उसका?
One way to. Demon Walder.
भाई बंदे सुनते क्यों नहीं है भाई? भाई ट्रैप पे खेलो बोल रहा हूँ भाई, सुन लेते ना भाई। मस्त कितना बार ट्रैप पे फंस के उसकी दिमाग खराब हो रहा था भाई।
Close to.
ट्रैप पे खेलते ना हो जाता, बता।
ये जा सकते हैं वैसे हम। अच्छे चलते हैं। अरे क्लोज हो ब्रो। एक लेफ्ट एक राइट।
Last player standing.
50 गन का चेक।
एक गलती भाई पूरी टीम को झेलनी पड़ती है भाई, टीम की गलती भाई। जिनको खेल भाई, मैं तो आराम से खेल रहा था यार, सुन लेते भाई। लास्ट मैच का भाई यार चीता मारता छोड़ो भाई Okay guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, hit the bell icon, share the stream. मैं चलता हूँ. Bye bye.